This version of It's Erik Nagel has been modified from its original broadcast. Content has been edited to fit this platform.
Believe none of what you hear and half of what you see.
Are you ready? I said, are you
ready? It's Erik Nagel. It starts now.
Ladies and gentlemen of the universe, the next voice you hear, it's Erik Nagel.
Thank you, Scott Shannon. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the program. I am Erik Nagel. This stupid vertical thing is driving me nuts. We forgot to turn it off again. Anyway, joining me as always from the Death Valley known as Arizona. Say hello to Jordan.
Hi, everybody.
I keep forgetting to turn that thing off, and I go look at the screen. I'm like, there's too much of me up here. It's distracting and driving me nuts.
That's the first thing I do. I was like, ooh, I don't need to see more of my face.
Yeah, so if you're listening on the iHeartRadio app, do us a kindness. Put us at the #1 position on the presets, if you will. If you're on Apple, Spotify, any of those places, go over there and leave us a positive review. It does help out the program. You can join us live each and every week as we do this show on YouTube and on Twitch. Go over there and subscribe. I am severely debating on phasing out Twitch for the show, by the way. We'll get into that in just a second. And, go over there, get yourself a membership. We have there's a new bonus episode up there for you, breaking down a live O&A event where I did stand up in New York. We have a couple more things coming up very, very soon. And you have archives to this show from the satellite years, the early iHeart years. And we're adding more and more to the Would You Kindly archive is up there for members only. So please go and check that out. And if you can't do any of that stuff, you just want to check out the clips and things whenever you can, whenever you have time, go ahead and do so with the YouTube channel. It's all there for you whenever you want it. Now, real quick with the Twitch thing, we do have a lot of people in the audience that do use Twitch, but I don't know if it's kind of taking away from the YouTube side of all of this stuff, which is where we're making most of the money and everything that we're doing for this show. I have to think about it. I was going through the analytics. I was going through the stuff. There's a lot of people that do watch us through Twitch. I don't know if they're watching the videos on demand in the aftermath of the live show, but they're at least here for the live show. So we're breaking down analytics, which I hate doing because that's really adult shit that I don't care about doing, numbers and graphs and all that stuff. But
I can try looking into it. I just know it might be easier to move.
Yeah.
It might just be easy to move those 5 people over. So
maybe. I don't know. We'll see. But until then, we do welcome you all and we appreciate you wherever you're watching this program. How you feeling, by the way, buddy?
Much better. I'm not sounding the great. I mean, I'd sound better than I was last week. I'm not like struggling to get a
sounding, looking, feeling the greatest. Yeah, I hear you.
Sure. Yeah. No, I decided just to do a full lube oil and filter and just kill myself. Yeah. No. After the show, I pretty much went downhill for like 3 or 4 days. Like it was bad. So I spent most of Friday just sleeping and just relaxing. And then Saturday was kind of the same way. Ended up my daughter hanging out with me the whole time. So I had someone to just kind of like be around and stuff like that. We just sat around, watched movies, and then I got just a stick up my butt to just start streaming some games. So I got on, I think it was Sunday.
Right.
And decided to play Uncharted, the first Uncharted game from the PlayStation 3.
I watched you play. You were not cammed up. You did not talk to the audience. It was just nonstop background of Jordan playing a video game that he was not a part of.
I was interacting with people through the chat. I've got the chat on my phone. The thing is, I'm playing through my PlayStation, and my PlayStation is, garbage. 12 feet that direction on a big screen TV. The last thing anyone needs is a camera set up very far away to see my dumb ass on a couch, coughing and trying not to die. So
actually, that might bring in people.
They'll be like, oh, it's a Make-A-Wish.
But that guy is barely hanging on, but he is taking Drake through that train. He is firing that Gatling gun. He's making
I don't catch on when you start coming in there and start doing your one man show. So it's fun. No, it was. Dude,
I was giving you your watch hours for it. I had it on, and at one point I said, "I think you've been on here about 5 hours," and you go,
"Yeah, I still wasn't
right.
even done." That was the first time I think I had gone and like streamed longer than an hour, and then I realized I started and finished the first game in one sitting. Like I went 6.5 hours with it. So then I started part 2.
Impressive.
And I'm about.
Sad.
Yeah, it really was. And I'm about, I think, 30 minutes away from finishing up the second game. And then I'll immediately go into the third and then the fourth game. So I think I'm going to run through all 4 Uncharted games. Those are one of my favorite PlayStation titles. I think they're just good storyline. The dialogue's fun. It's such a fun game to play. It's like you said, it's reminiscent of like Indiana Jones, Tomb Raider. It's just like a fun.
Unfortunately, right now it's a better property than Indiana Jones.
It really is.
As far as current stuff, like you look back at the first 3 movies, they're amazing. They're timeless, and they're fantastic. But everything past that point, well, you know what? That's the only thing I can say that was good past that point. The movies weren't. The Indiana Jones video game.
Yeah, that one was pretty good.
What is that one called? Not the Dial of Death.
Golden Circle?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
And you can get that through Game Pass and things like that.
And I think it's coming to PlayStation. It's got them in the Switch 2 this year. So
that I'll say is a good continuation of the franchise. Everything else has been disappointing.
Did the streaming. Like I said, I may not be on. I mean, I might be able to put my microphone through and I can probably stream through that if I wanted to.
Right.
But for the most part, I always keep my phone near me. So if anyone pops the message up on my screen. So I know if someone's chatting with me, I usually interact back. I was getting a lot of messages, seeing how I was doing. I really did appreciate that. That was really cool. Like, our audience is really cool about that kind of stuff. They came in, asked how I was doing, checking up on me, making sure I wasn't going to die, and just kind of just hanging out. So it was fun.
Hey, shut up a minute. Really Andy Hannon in the chat is saying,
it's all you, Andy. Hold on a second. I got to mute myself.
No, he was just saying the Switch 2 port out. Switch 2 port is coming out in May for the Indiana Jones game. No, but I was just fucking with you.
No, that's fine. I get it. As your unpaid intern, I will make sure to keep my mouth shut when I need to.
Right.
Anyway, so yeah, that's what I've been doing. It was bad, and then I'd actually taken Thursday and Friday off just to take off, like not go to work, just kind of do my own thing. I wasn't going to have either kid. And then I got sick, and then my daughter was sick, so she stayed with me. So like my whole weekend was nothing like I had planned. And I ended up actually calling in sick to work on Monday just to kind of get past it. And I don't ever really call into work too much because I work from home. I mean, you could do this job half dead half the time because you're at home. You can take your time, but I was just like, no thanks.
You should try it.
Calling in half dead.
Yeah,
just do it. Yeah,
you need a change in direction to keep it fun, keep it interesting.
Right. Yeah,
try that.
Yeah, I'm working with people's finances, but you know what? I'm going to take a bunch of cough syrup and see what happens. None of the numbers make sense.
Well, to be fair, I mean, I'm sorry that you were sick and all that stuff. Last week, you were in the same boat I was a month prior.
Yeah,
where my voice was almost completely shot. I couldn't really function for a while because December was a bad month. I think it was 2 or 3 back-to-back illnesses.
There was a lot going in your house
that I dealt with because, the kid in school just is petri dishes, as they say.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So I'm glad you're feeling a little bit better. I was watching you. I had your thing on to give you the watch hours and stuff. But I also had you on either on the side, because I have multiple monitors here, on one of the side monitors or in the background, as I realized that I may have a problem involving Fortnite. Because for the last, when was the Valentine's Heart thing ended on Sunday night?
Yeah.
So for the last few days, I've had nothing to do because I maxed out all the weekly challenges, all the storyline, everything else. And I have to wait for the counter to reset.
You're like one of those guys playing those free-to-play games that you run out of lives, so you're just waiting for it to like boost your lives back up so you can play again.
Yeah, kind of. But I mean, at least if you waited and got your lives back, there's more to do. Right now, it's just sorry for the harsh language, smoking fools.
Whoa!
In Blitz, and then getting my ass handed to me in zero build. So depending which battlefield I'm on, I'm either fantastic or I'm dead man walking. That's for all funny. Of that. But yeah, I did all of that stuff. I'm maxing out all the shit you can claim for stuff that I don't even want. I don't care about the what was it, the lion with the surfer hairdo stuff. I don't care about the couple of the Fortnite young emo female stuff, and Fortnite became a problem. Remember, Fortnite I had to get convinced into it because of The Simpsons.
I was gonna say the only reason you got in there is because they had made The Simpsons.
The Simpsons in Springfield, and I was curious. No, yeah, and so then I was like, you know what? I'll be done when the season was done. And technically, you were done when the season was done. I did not follow suit, even though I said I would. I wound up playing a little bit because all of a sudden they had Marty McFly that I could unlock. Yeah. And I said, all right, you know what? And they also had the bride from Kill Bill. I said, all right, I'll go through, I'll unlock those. When I get Marty, I'll be done with it. And I kept going. And now, they got a gun that is a zero shot or whatever it is, where it locks on. And no matter where it is, it bends. So if somebody's behind so if somebody's behind the rock and it can detect it, it bends physics and goes and just kills the people. Yeah,
a video game version of Wanted where you're just bending the bullet around a corner.
Correct. I'm made.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Shit. So I had that going on. I had Sea of Thieves going on. I completed the stuff for this season. We'll get into segment 2 about how this game is falling apart in a fucking insane way that this game is falling apart. But yeah, I'm back in Sea of Thieves for a bit, Fortnite, and now I have other games I got to start playing because it's nothing I can do with the other two for the time being. There's nothing really to achieve. So I got to finish the Stanley Parable. I thought I was done. Apparently I was not. Talking to Giddles, he was telling me some things. I go, wait, I didn't do that. And it's like, oh, there's a lot more that I didn't realize. I have to go back to that. Phasmophobia has a new update coming on the 3rd, March 3rd.
Yes,
so I'll be back in there playing
Monday or Tuesday. Yeah,
I got
Tuesday.
Talos Principle 2 to do. I have a whole bunch of other games as well. I've got the supermarket simulator, which why am I playing that? But I'm building a supermarket.
Because you're you, my friend.
I'm building a supermarket. I'm putting up racks and registers and price points and distributors and all this nonsense.
Looks like Andy picked out the next game for you. You're going to get on Overwatch with
No, I was there for, early on for the first one. I was there.
Yeah.
I kept playing the prospector who would build the little turret things.
Oh, Torbjorn.
Yeah, I would play him, or I'd play the big Rammstein German robot.
Reinhardt.
No, I knew it was something like that. Reinhardt.
It's Rammstein and the Prospector.
Yeah, I was just tired of it.
A good buddy cop movie.
At least with Reinhardt, if you swung his mallet or whatever it was at the right time, you can knock out every fucking gamer chick that's playing Diva to use her ult for that thing. She goes, and the thing's going, you go boom, and then thing goes flying, kills people.
That's so funny.
But I haven't played that in many, many years.
Giddles and we weren't playing together, but every time he pops on, the kids see him and go, "It's Giddles is playing." So he actually messaged me this morning while I was working, and he goes, I don't know how I did it, but I've been ranking up on competitive like crazy. So I think when I'm playing this weekend, if Giddles is on, I'll probably jump on and see if I can get Giddles to play with me. But he's been playing a lot lately. So I think the new Overwatch updates got him back in for a little while. Because for a while he just dropped off. He would just play I think Diablo or whatever.
Oh, Dr. Steve's here. Hello, sir. Hope you're doing well. It's been a while, my friend. The great Dr. Steve, still retired from doing weird medicine, and just like a wrestling storyline, showed up 2 weeks later at the big pay-per-view and is unretired and doing weird medicine again on his own terms. So please go check that out. He's got some games that you can buy, and he's an overall solid gentleman. There was other games that I got real quick because then I have so much other shit we got to talk about that instead of the gaming stuff. But there was so much other stuff that I had. Oh, that Hellmart. We talked about the Hellmart, and Quarantine Zone had a big update, so I got to get back into those. I've got a lot of other stuff to play. Not sweating the Game Pass loss at all. I got everything I needed transferred over for No Man's Sky, for Sea of Thieves, for whatever else, all transferred. It's all cloud synced. So I just play everything off Steam. And I found playing Sea of Thieves off Steam more stable and a faster boot up time than playing it through the Xbox app.
Right.
That's meant for PC. So we got all of that stuff there. What is going on? I'm seeing.
Before we move on, I want to address this real quick, and I will go into this. First of all, let's get that music going. We got some gifted memberships.
Oh, hold on. Oh, wait, this one come up here. Labyrinth Mystic, which is an awesome gamer tag.
Such great
$2. Sup, nerds? I've got 1,300 plus hours in Endless Space 2. I don't know Endless Space. Should I know Endless Space?
I don't think I've ever played it either. Well, speaking of Labyrinth Mystic, he actually gifted not just one, not two, 5 memberships to our audience. The Blackcast got his own. Weird Medicine got his own. Shit. Dabbler's Delight got his own.
Thank you very kindly, sir.
Stephen Gibson and Fluffy Head all received a membership to our subscriptions from Mr. Liburn Music. Thank you so much.
Thank you, buddy.
But not to be outdone himself. Hit it again, Erik. 10
Dr. Steve
from Dr. Steve throwing his money around.
Like Mystic, the big swinging moog dick that he is and has.
Right. He's like, you know what? I will not be outdone. So we've got Spasmodic Fellas, Homer, Jonesy Bot, Panasonic.
No, we don't need to read who all
There's
got
many
that.
more.
We'll be here all day.
Yeah. You know what? That's not a bad problem to have. To be
it's
honest.
Not. But thank you very much, Dr. Steve.
Yes.
Get yourself a membership. Hit like if you're watching this. Subscribe to the channel. If you're on the radio end of this, you're not seeing any of this stuff. You're hearing it. But you can always come over to the YouTube channel, subscribe. Like we said at the top of the show, archives up the wazoo for the paid memberships, and the stand-up special that I did involves Shuley from Howard Stern Show, Uncle Rico, all that. He's there with us. It's all there. If you've got a membership, it's available to you now, with more coming, by the way. We've got a ton of consumer shows that are coming. We have another new show that Jordan and I are getting ready to launch, hopefully sooner than later.
Yep.
And a lot more to come. So don't like to tease out things that aren't immediately going to come or out of our control, like a lot of other people do. That drives me nuts when people are teasing stuff and they go, "Oh, this comes around," and then they go back, like, because the internet is forever, as we've seen through like the Dabbleverse stuff. Anytime John says something, it could be 3 hours later in his stream. It could be the next day he's contradicting and he doesn't remember half the shit he said. Don't tease things that aren't going to happen just so it's like, oh, you get somebody's attention. This will bring in the people. I don't talk about stuff unless we know it's absolutely going to happen. And I have a video clip that proves that point that we're going to watch in just a moment here. What is this? Labyrinth Mystic Endless Space 2 is a Space 4X game for Xbox game, I guess.
Maybe.
I don't know. So if you want Civilization. Okay. If you want Civ, but you want it in space, Endless Space 2. So maybe I will check that out.
I'll probably check it out because I love Civilization type games, all those building things and stuff like that. I actually was playing, I think, Civilization 7 a couple months back.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. I'll duly noted. I will go and check that out.
And it's multiplayer, so once you get into it, none of us will play with you.
Well, we have that other game coming out in a few weeks that you need to play.
I know, and I have it on my list.
Rewind 99. We are going to run the most kick-ass blockbuster.
It'd be great. I'll try to see if I can find my old uniform too from Blockbuster, and I'll try to put it on. I think I still have an old shirt somewhere.
I'll see if I can. I see shit on Etsy or on eBay and stuff like that where it says, "Wow, what a difference!" The old Blockbuster video, things like that.
Yeah, I hated that.
Yeah, so we'll have all of that stuff there. I see the chat room's filling up. We had a problem with Twitter. I guess it's connecting to like it's streaming to Twitter, but it doesn't alert anybody or X.
It's streaming it, but it doesn't allow your X account to
announcement
post a link to announce it.
So we just had to manually take care of that too. So I see people coming in. Portasium.
Oh, you get that from eating a banana.
The lesser known elements that we are the newly elements are being discovered on the daily. What up, E to the Rock? Hello, sir. Welcome in. Hope you going to have a good time. See everybody else in there. I saw Girk in there earlier. Hello, buddy. I saw Fang in there, who I play with. Krista's in there. A lot of our gamer pals and stuff showing up.
Fang decided to follow me on Twitch, so I guess I have to start streaming. More people are actually acknowledging it.
He's what you call an upstanding gentleman.
He's a very nice guy, yes.
As far as I know. But every time I play with him, he's a lot.
I've been told, according to all of this. So all of that stuff's going on. You're dealing with the sickness. You're dealing with just normal temperature. Disturbed.
Real quick, because it's been a point of conversation for the last month and a half about what's been going on in the Northeast. We had that snowstorm back in January that left us with like 4 weeks of sub-zero temperature, so nothing would melt. Everything froze. Then finally, it all started to melt away, and 2 days later, we got the blizzard. That what did they say? New York City hasn't seen a blizzard like this in 60-something years.
Of course not. Why would it?
Yeah. So we got our asses kicked with that, and I didn't want to be one of those people. Everybody was out there with a ruler, with a tape measure. Look how much it is over here. Look at all that. And I was like, I'm not doing that. But at one point, it got too impossible to shovel and do the snowblower and everything. It was higher than the snowblower. And I said, you know what? I'm going to have to get out the tape measure just for my own. I didn't take a photo. I just 22 inches of snow I had by me.
Jesus.
And at 4 a.m, during all of this is going, I went to check the back door to clear out because the dog will be up in a few more hours. Let me just try to get rid of most of it so that, in a few hours, it'll probably just be easy to shovel off the steps so the dog can go out. I had a 4-foot snowdrift on the back door that I couldn't get out. And it's a giant glass door. And I'm sitting there looking at it, go, I'm amazed this hasn't shattered. Right. So I had to fight my way out of one of the side doors to the house, almost considered going through a window outside because all the doors.
I would love to have seen that.
All the doors had these drifts and stuff. And this one side of my house is essentially a wind tunnel. So during the fall and everything, all the leaves leave my property and show up on this one side of the house and just sit there. So I clear everything out there. And now I'm digging my way through the back to get to the backyard to clear off that door. And I posted some videos on my social media. I don't know if you saw it.
I saw you all cold and bundled up.
It didn't. Here's what's weird. It's going like this, like crazy. And it sounds like a train's running by. But on the video, you can kind of sort of see snow coming down a tiny bit. And it's not as loud as it was. So I don't know how it loses the translation to the phone from what was actually happening.
Right.
But I clear all this out. So it was around 4 a.m. that this happened. And it took maybe 20 minutes, half an hour to get all of this stuff done, right? And I go back in through the back door thinking the dog's somewhere in the kitchen or in the living room, whatever. I'm calling the dog's nowhere to be found. And I'm like, I don't want to walk through the house because I'm caked in snow on my jacket, on the pants. I don't want to take the boots off because I've got these, heavy duty steel toe black Timberland boots that I use. And I was like, I don't want to take all this off and everything. So I had to MacGyver it. I took dish towels, threw them on the floor, and then I was just kind of scooching with the dish towels through the kitchen, through the living room. I go upstairs. The dog's back in the bed.
Smart.
The dog woke me up, had to go, and then went back to bed and was laying on my pillow on my side because it was warm. I'm like, and I'm sitting there cursing the dog. I'm like, it's like, you needed to go out. You wanted me out of the bed so he could take my spot.
Yeah.
I picked him up. Warm. I brought him back down. I kicked his ass out into the snow, made him go, came back in. I put his jacket on and stuff for him because he's a small dog, and brought him back in. Went back to sleep, got up. I think it was like 9:10. I looked out the window. It wasn't done. And I went to the front of my place. I walked across the house to the front of the place, and I'm looking out there, and I see a couple neighbors out there trying to clear off their cars, scrape off the driveway, the sidewalks, whatever. And you're like, why? It's still coming down in a blinding rate. Why are you out there trying to do this? Right? So whatever. I said, I'm going back to bed. I came back out at like 2:00 when it stopped. And then it took a couple hours to clear all of that stuff up. But I mean, I just wanted to show you this real quick. Look at that. That's how high the fucking snow was.
I cannot relate to any of this.
Yeah.
As it stands right now, I have actually got my air conditioner on to cool my office down a little bit because it's too hot.
I hate you.
I just looked at it. I was like, yeah, the air's running right now. It feels great.
If things keep hopefully go in the direction that they seem to be going in there, might have to look in reinvesting in another place in Florida. We'll see. I will gladly become a snowbird. I'm not even near 50 yet or at 50 yet, and I'm going to be a snowbird.
Right.
Like I'll be gone for the next 6 months. I'll be down in Florida until it gets too hot and then come back up north.
Yeah, it's just rough.
And if you have the means, I highly recommend. If you have the means, I highly recommend you get one. Is that the line from Ferris Bueller? Remember?
I think
he's in the bathroom talking about the sports car.
I believe so. Yeah.
Close enough. Anyway, so yeah, had all the snow, everything. Started to melt. We got more snow Tuesday morning, and you got 2 fans as we speak. We have 2 fans as well, you and Woodpit right here. That's about all we got.
Those are the only fans we've got. Yeah.
Westerners don't understand any of this. Yeah. I mean, if you're past the mountain range on the west, the Northwest gets their shit kicked in a lot too with all of this.
Looks like Christians dressing like I've been dressing.
Been wearing shorts all week. Went up to 91 in LA. Yeah, but
it was like 87 here.
A decent rainstorm floods restaurants in Los Angeles. You know, they don't have really a platform to stand on to say all of this stuff. So we got a little bit. We got about another 2 inches on Tuesday. It was supposed to snow tonight, but it warmed up, so it's just rain. But Sunday night, Monday, Tuesday, this could be another big storm coming in. Not the blizzard level, but it still could be a lot. And it's like, when is this ending? I'm done. I am done. I've hit the point in my life where I don't enjoy the winter anymore.
You're like, what the hell did that groundhog do?
I don't enjoy it. I never thought I'd be at this point. I always loved the cold. I still enjoy the cold, but this broke me this season. That's like, I'm done.
I like the cold, but like, I don't like seeing like this whole time. You're like, this is what's happening. You're sending these pictures. You're showing all the meat department just ravaged at your local grocery store, completely gone. Gittles is telling us he's had to close early because the newscaster made them sell out of meat. Like it sounds. He's going to be horrible.
A multimillionaire.
Well, good for him.
Wait for hurricanes. Wait for other stuff that comes around. 120 degree. When New York gets those rare heat alerts where it's like they don't want you going outside because you'll combust. Right?
Yeah, that's pretty much.
They panic shop for all of that stuff too. So Gills is like, if the weather just keeps riling people up, I'll be a millionaire and I can retire. And I'm like, I hope they do, because it's great for us to talk about it. And it's great for him to cash in on it. It's a win-win and for everybody that we know.
He gets a half day, gets to watch bad movies and make a bunch of money. I mean, I'm not complaining for him, but yeah, it sounds horrible.
No, so it was that, and then I went sledding for the first time in decades, and. You forget going down is fun. Going down the hill is fun. The walking back up part, not so much fun. And
how big was this hill?
I would say 20, 25 feet high. It's not like a mountain.
Well, yeah, you're not going up. You're not doing the Winter Olympics or anything. But,
yeah, but the way the snow packed in and everything was perfect. Like kids are going crazy, and you forget as a young kid what a daredevil you were sledding in there. They're zigzagging. They're trying to knock other kids off their sleds as they're going sideways down the hill. Like they're going in a diagonal path. And I'm like, oh my God, you forget it's a battle zone. There's older boys throwing snowballs and tree branches and other shit at their friends. Like, it's just carnage. So, yeah, I went up there. So, all the cleaning up, then the day of sledding and all that stuff. Wednesday, I was like, I'm reaching. Remember we talked about last week leaning into your older age?
Yeah.
And Anthony started screaming at us that we don't have to, like, getting upset.
He was like,
being older.
why are you young people talking about this?
Yeah, it was a leave day when I got home Tuesday night. I'm like, I need to take one of these. And I just I felt everything as I stood up, sat down. I was making the old man noises of going, ugh, as you're trying to get up out of the chair. It was not my proudest moment. But
what's great is that you did get some footage of you sledding. Oh, that's not the one.
That's not
did you take
it happened
there
to
we
you
go.
too.
It happens to you, but there's Erik going down the hill after he put his commercial grade cereal varnish on his sled right down the way.
I love that.
I think you ended up in a Walmart, if I believe right.
That would have been fantastic to sit there and try to hit 88 miles an hour. You're going to see some serious shit. But that was the weather stuff that was going on here. We'll see what the storm. Look, if we get snowed in again with all this other shit, I'll just be back playing video games and hoping for another Fortnite update or something to do.
Yeah.
Moving on from that. So, all right, we got to talk about, we have so much other stuff to get to, but we got to talk about the announcement stuff here.
Wait, is there an announcement? No one in the chat has ever talked about.
I don't know why they would, but
chomping at the bit, everybody is.
So, the announcement, I didn't know was going to be made. I was not aware that this was being discussed publicly yet until I got a phone call this morning, and I was live on Eric Zane's, our pal Eric Zane's show. And he's wishing me congratulations. And I said, what are you talking about? And he said, oh, Christian mentioned this. And I said, I had no idea that we were going to be talking about this. We just started getting the pieces together. I was not aware. So now it was out there, and I was like, oh, we didn't even get to not that we needed to make the announcement first here on this show. I just, a coordinated effort would have been probably better than, how this went off, but it was what it was. So now I was told there was an announcement. I didn't hear about it. I didn't know anything about it. So I went back to get the clips to check it out. So this is from Who Are These Broadcasters, which is a show that Eric Zane and Christian do together here. Let's check this out.
Everybody wants to know what I'm doing. This is a great time to introduce.
Did it just stop?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Everybody wants to know what I'm doing. This is a great time to introduce to the world and officially announce a new nationally syndicated radio show that I'll be co-hosting called Is It Worth Watching from Talk Media Network. We'll have the affiliate list together this week, but we are going to have a soft launch this weekend. And then you might wonder, well, who's going to be on the show? Is It Worth Watching? Somebody whose name's come up a bunch of times.
Apparently me.
And again, you found out that it was being announced. I'm just finding out that it's happening.
Yes, it's a first for a lot of us here, Jordan. I was not making this easy for anybody.
It'll be myself, Eric Nagel, and EZ's favorite, Lucy Tightbox. So myself, E-Rock, and Lucy, we're going to be talking about movies. It's a 1-hour weekend show. And, there's a lot of holes in a radio schedule. And my friend Josh at Talk Media Network was very kind and said, we actually have a vacancy. Would you like to do it? Go ahead, Easy.
And Josh, he does the distribution?
Yeah, Talk Media Network is.
Okay, nice.
We'll try and build this thing from the ground up, and I'm very excited about it.
I would be too. That sounds like fun. Do you? Yeah. So there is actually stations that will carry it when it gets on that first episode.
I don't want to promise because this is a numbers game. I don't want to say that there's going to be 25 and then there's only 12. So
right.
There are definitely stations on board.
If it's one, that's better than what these two fucking morons have. If it's one, I don't care if it's in Duluth. All right.
I will say that
we can only pray to be in Duluth.
We will be on
and Sheboygan. Oh my God, the world's our oyster.
More than one station in Texas alone. I know.
Should have made a left at Pithmo Beach.
That much, but I don't want to get too.
Well, there you go.
Because I don't know. Yeah.
Okay, so that was the announcement that Christian made that I wasn't aware. But yes, so this show, Is It Worth Watching? It's a 1-hour syndicated show through radio. Not just like, oh, I've seen a lot of these things where people like, oh, we're syndicated now. And it's just that they have links to here's our RSS feed, go to a lot of these streaming platforms, or you can get us here or whatever. It's up. This is radio syndication through a company going on FM stations, AM stations, whoever wants to pick it up. I'm not going to talk in specifics like Christian did yet until we have some other information. But we were told the window is pretty impressive for the affiliates that they potentially are going to take this. The smaller portion of it are the ones who are actually going to take it, and that's still impressive. That we're like, all right, we're going to start here, but it's guaranteed on this. And then from this point on, you have these other people who are also interested. And if you don't know how syndication works, if it's not done through its own, like Premiere is the big syndication winning for iHeartRadio. Mm-hmm. If they're syndicating a show and it's going to iHeart stations, obviously a lot easier to clear, a lot easier to move things, and can just be taken for whatever reason the company sees fit on these stations. They don't have to negotiate syndication deals most of the time, right? If you're syndicating it to a different company, then you have to go through stuff where you got to go through the clocks, what stuff you're going to offer to the affiliate stuff, what local stuff you're going to offer, sales information, are you available for local clientele in different markets if they need you to read something, all of that. There's a lot to do. This has nothing to do, like this show is iHeart, but this new one has nothing to do with iHeart. It's with Talk Media Network there. And so this gets picked up by different stations that need to, I guess, essentially fill holes in their scheduling around the country. So this is a pretty cool opportunity that kind of fell into our laps. And
it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's 1 hour a week, so it's not like taking over the world, but it's not hard to do either. So
I look at it this way: you're trying to diminish it a little bit. It's only an hour show, no big deal. It is a big deal because we've had people on talking about how AI is now taking over a lot of radio slots and being these on-air DJs and talent. This is nice having people do something that's not AI driven, and you guys can really have a good conversation, whether it be an hour, whether it be like expanded to whatever it is. It's good to have that kind of stuff. And you know what, regardless of the content and regardless of what's going on, I'm actually happy for you guys. That's really cool.
So that's happening. Now, this is the actual point where I find out that it was made public when Zane calls me live on his show.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, you're live.
Oh, hi.
Hey.
Hello, audience.
You're doing a radio show, I understand.
Yeah, well, I don't think we announced it yet.
Oh, God damn it. Christian did. Christian announced it. What an asshole.
Funny. Oh, he did?
He absolutely did.
All right. Well, it's news to me, and I'm on the thing. So I found out after everybody else.
It's pretty good.
Shit. When does it start?
We just did the first episode this week, and we're waiting for when they're sending it out. I'm still Christian's leading this thing right now.
Yeah.
I'm playing catch up because I had so much other shit happening.
Is Kaylee going to be with you? Is she on this too?
She is.
I love her. She's great.
On the show. And so far, can talk to Christian off air about what they wanted to call this show, and what I said I will not be a part of it if they
I sort of soft announced it. I know Erok's in the chat. Erik, myself, and Lucy Tightbox are actually going to be doing a 1 hour.
Oh yeah, then he did. This is from Carl's new show, Dabbleverse Live, and he made the announcement again. I'm watching it, and I saw Christian. I'm like, oh, Christian's on there. And then as he's wrapping up, does the plug again. I'm like, all right, we need to make this plug on our show now because he's out there doing it everywhere else.
Isn't it great that you've seen it announced 17 times before you've had a chance to announce it?
Box in the chat. Erik, myself, and Lucy Tightbox are actually going to be doing a 1 hour a week movie talk radio show. Remember radio? And it's called Is It Worth Watching? Follow me, and I'll let you know where you can find it. They're they're finalizing the affiliate list as we speak.
Look at you, syndicated radio host Christian Blatt, right here.
Right. That's how you'll have to introduce me from now on.
I love it. Congratulations, buddy.
All right. Well, thank you all, and I'll see you all soon.
All right, get the fuck out of here. Don't let the door hit you on the way.
That's exactly how Carl should have ended that. So that's the news. Once the network gives me the final details, I'll start posting the affiliate list and stations in your area and stuff that you can pick up the show, and to see if they're doing an on-demand. I think they're supposed to do an on-demand version after it airs, after a couple days or something. Then it goes up for you to check out. So again, when I have all that specific information, I'll get it out to everybody else there.
That'd be cool.
Or maybe Christian knows it. Christian, do you have anything else you want to announce that I'm not aware of?
Oh, hello there. Now, I think it's important that you understand that I seized a very important opportunity, and perhaps your presentation lacked context. So
yes.
we were doing.
Well, we don't need to know.
No, but I need to explain. I won't even use any names. Okay.
All right.
So we were doing our show. Our show was being sniped, as they say. Another show was watching our show while we did it. So that means that we had a lot more eyeballs than we usually do. Perhaps someone on that other show may have mentioned your name, comparing me to you. And I'm like, oh, well, that's high praise being compared to the great Erik Nagel. So I was just like, well, this seems like a good time to mention it, because I knew it was happening at this point. And remember, this was Tuesday. I think we didn't 100% have the name until Monday. So,
right.
And I didn't have the production for the show until this morning because I asked for a tweak to it. And we recorded it last night. And I have to turn it around for, I guess, 8 a.m. my time. So I'll be up tonight. The show's 25% done. I did the first segment. And but yes, but then of course I forgot to tell you that I announced it because Tuesday was a bit of a marathon day. So I completely forgot that I had officially mentioned it. So while I'm on Carl's show, Dabbleverse Live, I get a text from you and I'm like, oh, I was going to just give you the thumbs up. And I'm like, no, I
didn't know you were on when I texted you. I was doing something else, and then I sat down and opened up the YouTube app, and I see on the front that Carl's channel's live, and I click on there. And I went, oh, all right. I didn't know. I wouldn't have texted you had I known you were on. And then, like 20 something minutes later, all of a sudden he's plugging it again. I said, all right, guess we need to get out there and put our nose to the grindstone, to coin a phrase.
I blame Erik Zane much as I do for most things.
A lot of people do.
Many people do. He once showed his taint on our show and trying to get Carl's channel taken down. But unfortunately, back then, you could take a video down and not get struck for it. Anyway, I am very excited for the show. And you haven't even heard any of the production.
No.
And it's from the same guy who does all the production for Carl's network. I might EQ the audio a little bit better than Carl did for his channel. But
okay.
Yeah, I'm going to make sure that it all evens up.
This is a rarity for me to have a project where I'm not hands-on doing everything, or doing a lot of it with the production and stuff. Because I have some other stuff happening right now, I talked to Christian. I said, I hate to do this to you, dude. I'm not that kind of, but it's like, can you take this and run with it? And when I'm done with this stuff, I'll play catch up and and do what I can with that. And he's been fine. So, all the credit in the world goes to Christian for piecing and scheduling all this together and getting it out and about. So, as soon as they let us know the affiliates and everything else, we can start putting that stuff out there for people to check it out.
And I before you brought me on, yes, people out of any of those markets will be able to hear it. I'm not quite sure when it would be posted, on demand. I don't know if they let the radio stations do it directly. But there will be an audio feed. I think for us to post the video, I have to have my shit together better because it's a lot of me talking and stopping and doing my lines over, and I might have even snuck a joke into the finished product that I didn't.
I have to admit, was a little bit rusty with the FCC guidelines.
Yeah.
That I forgot, and maybe an S-bomb or two snuck into the conversation, and then I realized later, I'm like, oh, I forgot. I have to.
You got 4 of George Carlin's 7 dirty words into.
Did I really? Oh
no,
my God!
He's getting better at it.
It was like 2. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Right. Exactly. He's into.
Well, I apologize for that. It's it'll take a little bit of getting used to being back on terrestrial radio again, where you gotta mind your P's and Q's and remember who you're dealing with.
Yeah, that is absolutely true. And, I had to, the thing that they make fun of radio people bringing over to podcasts, which is the reset. We have to actually do the reset because people are actually jumping in the middle. But I don't want, if Dr. Steve's here, I'll stop talking, please.
Well, no, he just wanted to say he had to get up early, but congrats to all of us. Dr. Steve, #1 super guy, very supportive to everybody.
Yeah.
We need more people in the world like him.
Absolutely.
But I'm excited for this, Christian. It's going to be a lot of fun. Does it start this weekend? So I know we had to hand it in, but does it start?
So stations will have the choice to take it. There are some that will automatically be taking it because where it's placed in their feed. Right. And there are others who can choose to add it. And the behind the scenes thing is I'll need to deliver it earlier because in the future it's fine for this week because some stations might want to play it on Friday nights because the whole idea is here's what's in the movie theater this weekend. Like in this episode, we talk about Scream 7. Is it worth watching? Hopefully we find out.
No. I remember the first run we did like a week or two ago, and I know that was to show them what how the show would sound and the structure and what have you, and then based on their clocks, what we had to do and how to move that around to fit the hour broadcast. The one we did this week, I thought we were handing to them to approve. I didn't realize that one was actually going out and about. So, all right, fantastic. I don't know what else to say. I don't have much information other than, hey, we're doing a thing and it's happening.
Yeah. And there is a website, but I don't want to send people to it because there's nothing there. I have social media accounts, but there's nothing there. So, but there'll be a show and this is a show and people will be able to hear it on the radio and otherwise in the very near future. I feel like by your show next week, you'll be able to tell everybody about all of these things.
All right. Fantastic.
Or Erik Zane will call you. By the way, the only time Erik Zane ever calls me, he puts me on his show. So I see that if he's calling, I'm like, all right, I guess I have to be on mostly Twitch.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. That part of the radio guy never really dies out from you. It's like, I could call them and speak to them on a human level, but then what kind of content am I going to get out of that? I might as well just call them and put them on, and hopefully they're disheveled. Hopefully they say the wrong thing because it looks great for me and it's a problem for them. It's a win-win. But thank you for popping on here, Christian. Throw out your plugs and everything so everybody can find you.
Well, apart from Is It Worth Watching, the show that you clipped earlier that I do every week with Erik Zane. Who are these broadcasters? We've now moved back an hour earlier. Tuesdays at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific. On the Who Are These Podcasts YouTube channel. It does also exist as an audio podcast. We do watch a ton of video clips, but we do our best to describe the visual elements. So you can find that there. And my personal podcast, The Blackcast, BLADTCAST. It's like I stopped to read it, but I'm like, wait, I know how to spell it.
I forgot we had it still in there. Good on you, Jordan.
It's been a minute since I've been here. Yeah. Although, you know what, we did a great salute to Todd. And I feel like we can always go back in on Todd, can't we, Erik?
Yeah, we have episode 4
there's
we're going
so
to
much
schedule soon with his music.
That's going to be the best.
From the Todd Pettengill collection.
Well, anyway, great
Time Life books.
Great to see you both. And, I'm sorry that we announced this the way that we did, but I was seizing an opportunity.
I think it's fantastic.
I get it. I get it. Yes, it does not come off disheveled at all, but it's fine. You did what you did, and the reasons are valid. So I fully understand. But thank you for all of this stuff here, and I'll talk to you again soon.
Yeah. All right. Great to see you both, and I'll talk to you soon.
Take care, buddy. Look at that. Fucking ninja magic just right out. He's insane.
Get the fuck out of here.
Joe Metapearl. Christian is impressively hateable. That's not nice.
Wow.
He's a good boy. Oh, weird. I thought he went to bed. Weird Medicine, $5. The rumors of the death of terrestrial radio were premature, it seems. Congratulations, Erik, Christian, and Lucy. Very happy for you. Buddy, you don't need this. You have my number. You can just text me. You don't have to spend.
Like, you know what? I got to throw money around. It's the only way Erik cares.
He's got to throw. Yeah, he whips out the big old doctor dick and dumps it on the table. He's like, isn't that impressive? And you go, yeah, all right. You get a round of applause for that, my friend. Yep. So there you go. The other thing, well, there's two other things coming.
I'm leaving the show.
There's two other things coming. You got to pick the music for it, by the way.
Yeah, again.
Stop with the deathly illness as an excuse. Get out there and start browsing.
I'll work on the music for that. I mean, we've got other stuff in the works for it. I think I have a few other things and a few other ideas for it too. So we'll talk about it offline. But yeah, I'm excited for that. That's gonna be really fun.
That's gonna be a separate program from this. Yeah. And then the other thing I can't. Yeah, there's nothing. I don't have enough information to even bring it up. So there are other things in the works, and we'll get to it when the time is right. I'm not like I don't like those. Like the reason why the Christian thing threw me off, and I wasn't upset. It threw me off because that's not how I usually do things. I don't like to tease things. I mean, this one is a done deal, so I didn't have to worry about that. But I don't usually like to tease things until I know it's actually about to happen. Mm-hmm. Whether it's something we control, like, hey, it's going to come out at this time, or if it's a deal with something else that I know that deal is done, that I can talk about it, because then you can't go back. Oh, what happened to this thing that you're talking about months ago? Like a lot of people do, and they don't have anything to show for it. So
I think the listening audience, they tend to have long memories for those kinds of things, and the second you announce something and it doesn't come, they will ask questions. I'm looking at you, Tom.
There we go. If you're in the chat room there, hit like and subscribe onto this video if you want to get a membership. I mean, Dr. Steve and
I don't know who's left. Dr. Steve and everybody gave them away.
Labyrinth Mystic were just throwing their bank books around all willy-nilly, making sure everybody, it's Christmas for everybody getting memberships. But if you haven't done that, please go and treat yourself to one. I have other videos of other shows talking about us. One I'm on and the other one talking about me. Okay. So we can either go to Garrett and Steve, or we can venture over to our pal Chad Dukes. Where would you like to go first?
Let's hit Garrett and Steve. I always like Garrett and Steve, and we'll end with Chad.
Okay. So apparently I was brought up on Garrett and Steve the other day, where Steve and I and Garrett used to work together. And Steve was bringing up me being particular when it comes to food and snacks and things of that nature. And
you are very particular.
In some ways, Steve, when it comes to cooking or preparing food, is very precise about what he wants and how it should come out, much like I am. And he was starting to realize, hey, maybe I am a lot like Erik in some of these things here. It got to the point where they were wondering who does the grocery shopping. Ooh. And that led to this whole thing here. And then I got wind of it and wound up texting. I had to scroll back a bit while they were doing their show and text them and give them the updates. But
looking at Mr. Nagel when I was eating dinner today, funny enough, and me and Caitlin had a question. So I'm eating my dinner, and Caitlin used a Dijon mustard in the sauce that she made.
Okay.
And I was like, this is so fucking good. I bought this mustard because it looked like something I'm pretty sure Erik told me to buy once.
Oh, okay.
When I worked at Compound, me and him would have food conversations pretty much every time we spoke.
Did it have the little mustard seeds in it?
No.
Oh.
Which is why I was leery of it. Mm-hmm. It's very one color. Dijon. It's Mike's Amazing Mustard.
Oh, okay.
And it was just...
Do they have that brand out there?
I don't think I've heard of it. And I don't think you've sent me any of that either.
Okay.
Sometimes you do that from the East Coast.
So this brand, I think it's out of Jersey or somewhere on the East Coast here. There's a brand called Mike's Amazing, and then they make a whole bunch of different stuff: ketchup, mustard, mayonnaise. They sell vinegar. Like, they make a whole bunch of different things, and some of it is pretty damn good. Some of it is, yeah. You know, it's to cater to your taste, I guess. But yeah, they make a Dijon. It's like a stone ground Dijon mustard.
Sounds really good. That
is very potent and very, heavy vinegar and everything. And it's fantastic. Like, you put it on everything that you possibly can. But I guess I told him about it. I didn't remember this, but he's waxing poetic that it made an impression on him about my my pairings, my recommendations, and what have you. Here, he continues.
One color brown Dijon, and usually I don't really give a shit about Dijon one way or the other.
It's better than yellow.
Yeah, well, definitely this one is.
Yeah,
but I'm literally like after I bought it, I was squirting it onto my finger and putting it in my mouth. I was like, this mustard's fucking good. That Erik knows what he's talking about. If this is what he was talking about. It was so long ago, me and him having condiments conversations that I couldn't. But I think he said this,
this is, most guys talk sports, girls, movies, something like that. Yeah, I'm talking movies, but then I'm also talking about, let me tell you about this kick-ass seasoning that I have to marinate a steak in.
Well, and the funny thing is, it's not just something that you and him would do. You, myself, and Rob, we do that all the time. In fact, last night we were sending each other, I think I posted a video from Katz's Deli, and I was like, this is all I've been watching. You're like, me too, pal. I'm like,
yeah, it's content. It shows up all the time in my algorithm on Instagram and stuff.
Yeah, I watched that one dude. He wears like the 1888 hat. He's got the big beard right here, but no mustache, and he's just carving it up. And I'm just sitting there going, I really want to go.
Yeah.
Like, if I make my way out there, I know it's hacky. I know it's touristy. I need to go to Katz. Like, I need to have it.
High paced. Slicing and dicing as they're spearing giant pastrami's and corned beef out of the cooler in the back.
Oh my God. Every time they take it out of there and he just walks it across, passing 4 or 5 people and it's just hanging, you can see it dripping onto the floor, onto the mat, and he'll throw it down there. He'll cut off the fat and get rid of it. I'm just like, but what are you going to do with it? And then I watched a video where he tells you about it. I'm like, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah,
like,
people always think they scrape it up because they go like this. They cut off some of the fatty parts and they slide it this way. Like, they're just throwing it on the floor. They have these bins that catch it, and then they repurpose it where they're putting it into like what was it, like burnt ends and chili and some other things. Like, there's
stuff that you don't want to like chew on because it's probably too chewy.
Nothing goes to waste in that place. Yeah,
no, not at all.
It's fantastic. Well, you know what? Maybe we do a show where we just watch Katz's
Deli. Hell yeah,
brand was good.
Huh? I mean, it's pretty presumptuous of them to call it amazing mustard.
Oh, if you're gonna mass produce a condiment, you want a little confidence. Confidence in your condiment.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Erik has confidence in his condiments, and he was right. If this was what I remember, he was right. But it made me think and made Caitlin think. Who do you think makes like the grocery list food decisions in the Nagel household? Because I could picture him being like, when we talked about food, he was very picky about stuff.
Yeah.
So I can't imagine he like lets anything just go on the groceries. But at the same time,
I would say that he's let his opinions be known and you can't cross his opinions,
right?
But his wife will do the shopping or whatever.
That's kind of what I figured.
She knows what he likes.
Yeah. That's kind of how I thought it goes down.
Mm-hmm.
She makes the list, but she knows what's supposed to be on there.
Exactly. Yeah.
Listen, cross-reference your grocery list with the consumer Instagram account. And you'll know if you
have a whole database.
You're right.
He doesn't eat like junk fancy, or not even fancy, but like junk food or like crazy. Like on the consumer he does, but that's like because they send him stuff. But I get the feeling he just eats like a normal person at home.
I remember he was always very particular about the things.
With the exception of sandwiches, yeah, I go a bit crazy on those. But for the most part, he is right. I'm not going crazy with all the other nonsense. Because, I mean, there's times where we get products sent to us or what have you. If you can't find it out there, I'm sealing up the bags and the boxes and mailing them out to you. I used to bring everything into to these guys. I go, here you go. I already did our review on it. you can have the rest of this stuff. Take whatever you want.
Yeah,
I'm great to
mostly
work
it's just
with.
like, I'm just, your neighbor loves you. It's just you sample it and then you get rid of it. You don't eat it as much. You've actually shorn up like how you've eaten over the last couple of years since I've known you. So,
Yeah. Yes.
I think for me,
God, my
like
neighbors
knowing
do a
how
lot of that too.
knowing how particular you are and stuff like that, I feel like for me, I would think that you, even though you've made your opinion known on things that you like or don't like, I also know that people sometimes kind of ignore you in your likes and dislikes, especially when you go out to eat in restaurants and other people are forced to make your decisions as you're stuck in traffic or whatever. And it's always ended in terror and no, thank you.
Ignoring my decisions and my suggestions or whatever for them is perfectly fine. You do not have to. It's not, my word is not law. If you're asking me for my opinion on something and I tell you you don't want to do it or you tried and didn't like it, I'm not sitting there fighting you and say you're completely wrong by all this stuff. It's when you make assumptions.
Yeah,
it's like, I don't like this, I want that, and they just make, we like this, so we're just going to get this. That's the problem. It's because I don't.
I think you would do the bulk of the shopping only because, you get out there, you got the kid, maybe, you head up your favorite spot that, she likes. I think that's more of, a you thing. Cause I like shopping. I don't mind doing the grocery shopping kind of stuff because it's like, you control everything.
Did I talk about real quick, during the Christmas season or when we came back? No, it was during Christmas time. So we were off during that time. So when I came back about going to Christmas dinner at a family's house.
I don't think we talked about it on the show.
Okay. So we went there. They made prime rib.
Okay.
They had, bit heavy Italian food. So there's a lot of foods there I'm not going to eat because I'm not a seafood person. But, and stuffed shells I'm not a fan of either. But they had, potatoes and some vegetables, and they had the prime rib. And they don't serve anything with the prime rib. Like, it's on a plate, cut. You can take a piece. There's no au jus. There's nothing.
No horseradish?
Nothing.
Oh, that sounds terrible.
I learned from years in the past that I bring my own jar of creamy horseradish.
You got like one of those like coin belts that you see like in an arcade, but it's like condiments and you're just ready to go.
I had it, the pocket inside your jacket
where you usually keep a flask,
your phone, something like that in there. Yeah, it was in there. So
that's amazing.
Dinner gets served and what have you. And I take this out. One of the cousins, she looks over and she just kind of goes down like this. And she goes, "Did you bring horseradish?" I go, "I did." And she goes,
"Is that 100% pure?"
No, she's looking at me. I thought she was going to say something. She goes, "That's smart." I go, "Would you like some?" She goes, "Yes, I would." So I'm passing it around to some of the family because who's bringing condiments to a family served dinner?
Really
Me,
funny, actually,
because some of this stuff is not right. So
I think Woodpit may actually have the show title "Fanny Pack Full of Sauces."
That might.
That one's pretty good. Andy Hannon saying that you have a sauce bandolier. That sounds fantastic. Yeah. Oh, that's so funny. Could you imagine, they don't have au jus and you're not just bringing condiments, you're bringing like one of those Stanley cups full of just warm, hot broth.
Right.
Just so you can have it on your
at least
rib.
it's something. Because look, there's a lot of people to cook for. There are a lot.
Right.
So
I get it. Can't please everybody.
Maybe around 30 people to cook for. So they had carved this. I didn't agree with, but it's not my house. So I'm not going to say anything. They had carved the prime rib and had it on a big ceramic serving dish with then tinfoil covered on it. So not only was it resting, they cut it and it's resting again in smaller pieces. So any juice that would be there from the cooking already dried up. It's not there. So I learned the first time when I was privy to this, I was like, all right, note for next year, bring my own stuff.
So this is something they do every year that you have now incorporated some kind of, like, you've been trained to bring your own thing of horseradish or whatever condiment.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah. Because look, Italians are a lot of things, but they're not big spice people. Like they like their spice level is like when they get spicy calamari as an appetizer, and it's like I don't like that. I will never eat that, but it's not really that spicy. Some of the spice that they're putting into some sauces, like if they do a spicy marinara or something like that, it's just, green peppers, red peppers, maybe something else with a little bit of kick into it.
Right.
But that's about it. German food has a lot of, is a lot of gravies, a lot of wursts, a lot of things like
Mustards,
that. But that's it. There are a lot of mustards, a lot of vinegar, a lot of horseradish with that stuff. Spanish, Mexican food, already has the stuff built in with hot sauce and jalapenos, habaneros. There's levels of everything. Italian food, not so much. But when they're making steak and these kind of things, it's like getting to serve turkey without any kind of gravy to go with it, right?
That sounds terrible.
I'm not saying you need a brown gravy for the prime rib, but some au jus, at least, is the basic, from the drippings and all of that stuff. You make it out of that. Jared the Geek in the chat saying, Erik with Arby's horsey sauce packets for dinner with the family. Sir, I would
I'll
not
eat horsey sauce.
Look, I will have it at Arby's, but I will not be slumming with that.
Look, in a pinch, if you didn't have pocket horseradish, you would eat you would eat some packets of horsey sauce without complaint. Get off your high horse, sir.
If that's all that was there, you are completely correct.
Yeah,
but that's not.
That's emergency horseradish. That is not the go-to, but that is serviceable when in need.
Right. I'm trying to remember the brand because I have a couple different brands. We've had this discussion. Like, he takes his horseradish sauce very seriously. Like in Discord before I joined the show, back in the height of COVID, we had like hour-long discussions about 100% pure horseradish. Yeah.
And it was legit. Like, none of this, liquidy horseradish sauce. It had to be a little thicker. It had to be that 100%. It's basically just white wasabi sauce. Like, it's just melting your face, and it's wonderful. I love horseradish.
The thing was, I was not going to bring the really good horseradish that I have.
No, God forbid you leave it there and then you'd be upset.
100%. So I bought one that was really good, but acceptable to leave there. And the one I brought there was a company called Bookbinders. They have a creamy horseradish that has a nice little kick to it, and that was fine. I'm bringing that. It doesn't have to be refrigerated like the ones I have. So this one I could, throw it in the jacket and open it up at the table, and it'll be perfectly fine. So that's what I did. And then when that cousin, she leaned down, she goes, "Did you bring your own horseradish?" I did.
That's amazing.
Would you like some? Yes, please.
Yes, I would.
But 100%. It wasn't just that. You dipped they also, look, to their credit, they made twice baked potatoes, which is fantastic. I'm dipping some of that into the horseradish. Everything was going in the horseradish. The vegetables. It was just a good time to be had by all if you enjoyed it.
I was going to say, I like there's a brand called Beaver. They do kind of like an extra hot. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
And then there's Engelhofer.
Well, that's one of the ones I have. Yes.
I love Engelhofer. Yeah.
Because it depending on the level, it could blow your eyes out.
It hurt. Yeah. I think that's probably what I should have done while at the height of this cold is just take a bunch of horseradish, try to clear out my sinuses.
Well, I did that during COVID.
Yeah.
Because I had I guess the initial stage 1 or whatever it was called, version 1 of COVID.
Yeah.
In December of 2020, where I didn't have the sickness part to it, which goes along with it, but I lost the sense of smell and taste.
Oh, that's terrible.
So you're eating things and tasting nothing, and it's really weird. Like your brain is freaking out. It's like, why am I not I can feel that it's there. Why am I not identifying what this is? Why am I not smelling what this is? So every day I would go upstairs, in the morning when I'd wake up, I'd go upstairs and I would take a teaspoon of pure horseradish and right in there and I'd eat it.
Jeez.
And I would feel it heating up, and my eyes would water a little bit. Couldn't smell it, couldn't taste it.
Yeah. Like your body's reacting to it, but the senses aren't registering the effect.
Yeah. So
that's wild.
Luckily for me, the morning of Christmas Eve, I took a thing of the horseradish and went, oh my God, I can taste it. Like it was there.
Taste.
It was a new awakening for me. I'm like, I can taste it. I'm good to see family or whatever. We didn't see family, but I was allowed to see everybody else.
Right.
And I was like, oh, this is fantastic. And just to double check, I had a candle, one of those Yankee candles, and I shoved my face right into it just to see if I could kind of smell a little bit of the candle. I'm like, it's all coming back. This thing is
like,
ending.
I regret lighting this before I did it.
I'm good. No. Yes. Maybe. I don't know.
I do like a good horseradish, a good mustard and things like that. Actually, our listener Beth sent me a care package of stuff from her area. She lives over in Pennsylvania.
She's in Amish country. Yeah.
She is. And she sent me, she has like a little fruit farm, a little fruit stand not far from her place. So she put together fresh made applesauce, some apple butter, which I've been eating on stuff in the morning. But she sent, there's this one and it's just a mustard and it's like canned there. So it's not even like brand name. It's just like, this is the little fruit stands and it's a sweet mustard, but it's hot. It's got peppers in it. Ooh. I put on some chili dogs the other day. It was wonderful. It was so good. Like if this is something that I could see eating a lot of. So when I go, when it's out, I'm going to have her send some more. But it reminds me, she also subscribed to the show. So thank you for that subscription, Beth. I know you're not in the chat. You're sleeping, but
Sensei in the chat here saying mustard is the devil. I never usually hear people shit on mustard. I hear them say they're not ketchup people or ketchup is for kids or whatever. They're not doing that. But when it comes to mustard, people either they have their preference of mustard. I do Dijon. I do a yellow. I do stone ground. I do spicy deli mustard. I do that. They all have different companies, different regions that they like a mustard from. You never really hear anybody saying, I don't like mustard.
That's so weird.
That's interesting. Glad to have you on board here because I'm curious to other thoughts. Oh, I'm falling asleep to E-Rock tonight. Apparently Beth is as well, and we do every week as we do this show. We're falling asleep. Why are we still doing this?
We keep starting later. It's usually about bedtime when I'm about to go live. So
yeah. Insane. Lionheart, hello, back in here. Every Thursday I snack heavy while listening to the show. Always makes me hungry. Yeah, I've been told that a while back, somebody told me if you don't have enough to share with the class, don't bring any or don't bring it up.
Right.
And meaning that some of the things we discuss, people go, now I want that. Or they're out there looking for that. I've had people write to me and goes, what brand was this? Where did you find this in here? We've talked about stuff where sometimes it's a regional thing. There's nothing you can do. Other times it's like, well, you know what? It's regional, but Walmart carries it around the United States. You can go and pick it up there of all places. So glad to help, and at least people are paying attention. Andy Hannon saying, with all respect to the Nagels, it's a prime rib for 12, expecting everyone to fill up on stuffed shells and cutlets. It's Italian Christmas, dude. They do everything. Everything. For Christmas for me, it was always it was either a repeat of, my dad wanted a repeat of Thanksgiving dinner. That's what we had on Christmas. Turkey, all the stuff. Yeah, whatever. As I got older and I went, oh, we can have steak on Christmas. That's what we're doing, or Christmas Eve, however you want to do it. I became the guy that would just go and get prime rib and do all of that stuff. But a lot of Italians, they do the, what is it called? The what of the seven fishes? The night of the seven fishes? Something like that, where it's all different kinds of seafood, no meat, nowhere. It's what Italians do.
I know. It's just weird.
Super Italian, supercharged Italians do all of that stuff. They do the feast, not the night. Thank you, Andy. Feast of seven fishes. And, it's a cultural thing. It's a Catholic thing. And it's just like how you don't eat meat on Fridays, like Christmas Eve or Christmas becomes the day that you go full out fucking seafood. Or if you want to go low rent and McDonald's filet of fish, you can have that as well. But I prefer to, religion be damned and enjoy myself on this limited time I have on this rock. And I don't think there's an old George Carlin line. It goes, imagine you're doing eternity for eating a Slim Jim on a Friday or something. It's like, yeah, I get it. The temptation was too much. Oh, but anyway, yeah, we're back to Garrett and Steve.
He liked even his Chick-fil-A order. He talked about, pedestrian sauces and whatnot.
But he liked the Chick-fil-A sauce.
Oh, yeah.
That was one of his favorites.
Oh, yeah. When he took that bib out. and that custom
Shined up
engraved
his utensils.
custom engraved silverware. I knew it was Chick-fil-A time, and he was about to get saucy.
All right, this is something they've been saying about me for years and is not true. I will not correct it. I'll explain it.
Yeah, the bib is custom.
I don't do a bib. I don't have custom silverware.
You don't put on one of those like lobster bibs. You get it like one of those all-you-can-eat places where you're cracking open stuff.
We had a bunch of those restaurants right near the studios. Like Five Guys was there, Chipotle, Chick-fil-A, what have you. Like 2 blocks over, it was the Raising Cane's that they opened up at Penn Station that I used to boo every time I'd walk past it. So I would get Chick-fil-A now and then, and they always said, "Oh, you know, I saw Erik the other day. He was in there eating Chick-fil-A with a fork and knife," and people always believe them. They're like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, he puts like a napkin up here, like a bib, and he has forks, knife, and he cuts everything. He eats it with a fork and knife, and they're engraved. Like the story kept changed. They're high-end cutlery. They're engraved. They were custom carved by like the story keeps changing with them.
I like it. That's a great bit.
It's not a bad thing to have a rumor, that kind of rumor about you, but alas, I don't sit there and eat Chick-fil-A with a bib and a fork and knife.
It's like that episode of Seinfeld where they were watching the guy eat the Snickers bar with a fork and knife, and they were like, "Wait a minute, it's a great idea." And then everyone started doing it. That's you. Someone just sees you eating Chick-fil-A with a fork and knife.
Yeah. Let's bring this back a little bit.
This just in, the Nagel hotline.
Yeah.
We got our answer.
Yeah.
To our pressing question of who does the grocery shopping in the Nagel household. Erik says, "I do the grocery shopping and the cooking. I can't trust people to make the right decisions." And I fucking I knew
it. Just can't trust them.
That is 100% fact.
I can't trust people to make the right decisions. And I knew there was a level of particularness. I didn't know how far, but that makes that
makes sense.
How did I not automatically just know that? Yes. With again, the conversations we've had about the spices and he's given me a sample pack of McCormick spices. The things we've talked about, like how dress the food and the condiments.
Yeah.
He is so particular about all this stuff.
That's a good point.
There's no way you would trust a single other person to make it the way he likes. I'm very similar. These are the conversations we've had. I'm similar.
Jared in the chat. Same, Erik. I shop and cook in my house. There's nothing wrong with that.
No, not at all.
Nothing wrong with that. If you want it done right, you do it yourself. I think that long stereotype, I guess, is that women belong in the kitchen and doing all this stuff. That was a train of thought, a mindset in this country for a long time, but has long been debunked. And I think in a lot of cases proven that women don't cook as well as men. And if it sounds misogynistic or whatever, I'll die on that hill. There are women out there who do cook very well. I'm not knocking that. They are. They're better at baking, I think, than a lot of guys are. I don't know. I mean, there are good bakers out there, but I think I know there's more females out there doing desserts and things like that than men. But in my experience, as well, what are we, street level, I guess we can say, in the culinary world? I know a lot of guys in my life that do all the cooking, and they go above and beyond. Like the things I talk about where, like, I learned off of other people in my life, or the amount of barbecue and cooking videos that I follow to see their techniques and take a little bit from everybody and apply it to myself. Do you know what I just bought? I didn't even talk about this. Pop-up barbecue containers. It's like a 3-in-1. So you go like this and boom, it folds open. You can squash it flat, but it folds open. You can put steaks and everything there, so you can do your rubs, kebabs, marinate everything right there. You can lower it a little bit less, use it as a serving thing. The lid, flip it over, is a cutting board, so you can do everything on that stuff. I just bought a set of those.
That's
in
cool.
Different sizes and stuff like that. It was like $60 for.
I ordered a tortilla press. We were talking about making your own tortillas, I think, with Lisa. We were talking with Lisa about it.
Right.
And I'm like, you know what? You're right. I'm going to start just doing it myself. So no, it was last week on the show. I think one of the listeners was talking about it. So yeah, bought a tortilla press. I'm going to start making my own tortillas.
I'll tell you what it's called. It's called a collapsible barbecue prep tub with locking lid. And you can get them in different sizes. It's 3-in-1. Barbecue prep with locking lid. foldable camping. Oh, it has a drainage thing on the bottom too.
Those are good.
There's a plug that you can pull to drain it. So if you use that thing to marinate or to brine or to any of that stuff, I saw that because of all the barbecue and cooking videos that I follow. Somebody was showing this, and then an ad came up for it, and I looked at it and went, all right, I think that's worth $60 to get the set of 3 for all of that stuff. And
that's what I was doing the other day when I was sick. I was watching Cowboy Kent videos when I was laying on the couch. Love Cowboy Kent.
What did he make? He made deviled. I talked about this. Him making the deviled eggs, and the dog jumped up and ate them.
Yeah,
yeah,
it was awesome.
I'm gonna try. You know what? I'll reach out to. I would love to get Cowboy Kent on this show.
I know, like we always talk about how it might not translate well because he does his stuff outside. I think he started a podcast. Him and his wife actually do like an actual sit down type podcast. So I think he is in a better spot if he can come on the show. That would be fantastic.
Do you ever see? He has short form videos on social media stuff, but he has some longer form videos for the stuff he makes. Whenever I see he gets out the shovel, because he has
where he's burying
he's got big he's got tons of acres of farmland and cattle and all that stuff, or maybe not cattle, like a horse ranch kind of thing. And whenever I see him with the shovel and he starts digging, I'm like, there's going to be hot coals. It's going to be, and there it is. He's putting the Dutch ovens right into the ground. He's covering it with hot coals, like very
hot coals on the lid,
primitive, caveman style cooking. And then he's like, and then we'll come back in about 20 minutes. And he's like, it's always a good idea to reshift the coals to keep it hot. And I'm sitting there, I'm fascinated.
He's got that long metal hook where he hooks the lid and then he takes the lid off and he stirs it up. Yeah. I made his I think green chili mac and cheese once. I watched his video and I was
I saw that one. I could do
that. So I made that. Oh, so good.
I know what I did. I don't want this because it did kind of make me a bit nauseous, but it was interesting to watch. He made a Big Mac casserole.
I mean,
he
horrible, but also kind of interesting at the same
time. He had McDonald's Big Macs and he cut them up to show what you were going to do. But then he made his own Big Macs, burgers, everything, cut them up and then put them in the ceramic dish, made a casserole out of the whole thing. And I said, if my stomach was in a different age than I am now, that I would be interested in trying that. But no, good on him for just thinking outside the box on a lot of this stuff.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Yeah, so we're going to try to get Cowboy Kent back on the show here. Let's continue with this.
It's not be all end all with me. But when I make dinner, I'm very anal about how I get the steps done and how I want it to taste. And it works out usually, doesn't it?
Sure.
A resounding sure from the hallway.
That's his wife. I was also
going to say, after the third
How good was that Chinese food the other night?
It was good, and you kept saying, this is exactly the way that I wanted it to come out, and that made it taste worse.
Oh, that made it taste worse, I guess. I guess next time I think I do a good job, I'll keep it to myself. I'll keep my cooking and my piss to myself in this house.
I was going to say, after the third, you buy the right thing, I would be like, yeah, you're doing the grocery shopping. I'm done with this.
Maybe that's how it ended up happening.
Which is exactly what I said when we were debating who did the grocery shopping in the Nagel household.
Yeah.
All right. So it's not just them on their show.
No, they're just like sitting around the couch going, who do you think buys the groceries at Eric's house?
They were making food and eating. And I became a point of discussion for Steve's family. About the way I cook, how particular I am. And then it evolved to, who do you think does the grocery shopping? I am honored to be a knowing guest in the Conti home. Thank you, Steve and wife. I appreciate all of that. But I've had other people say that too. It's like, hey, I heard you talking about this, or I said that. Now I went out and got that. And I'm like, what'd you think? And more times than not, it's like, yeah, I like that. I'm switching to that now. See, I'm not gonna sit out there and rally for something that I think is mediocre. Like these half the fucking energy drinks that we get in here. I'm not which, by the way, we didn't pick one. I picked one. Bucked Up Breezy Blast. It has a coconut on the bottom, so I'm sure that's going to taste terrible.
Yeah, nothing like an 8-point deer and a coconut drink to really mix messages.
It smells like suntan lotion.
That sounds wonderful. It probably smells like the
liquid copper
Dr.
tone.
Pepper. which is coming back, by the way. I'm very excited about that one.
Oh, that's misleading. It tastes
like.
It does taste like pina colada, but it also tastes like, you ever have, what are those circular candies? Lifesavers.
Mm-hmm.
The pineapple lifesaver.
Oh yeah, the tropical pack that had.
Yeah.
I think it had like pineapple and it had coconut.
Because they have, it's like a creamy one. Yeah.
Yeah, those were good.
It's not bad. I'm surprised. I was ready to poo-poo this, but alas, that's not the case. This is fantastic.
It is asking which Dr. Pepper. There is a creamy coconut Dr. Pepper that they've been doing the last 2 summers.
Yeah, it's coming back.
They are coming back this year, and it's coming back. And I will be buying as many 12 packs as I can get my hands on because it goes quick. Like I think I got it in my area, got a bunch, and Erik is like, I didn't even find it once this season.
Yeah, I was disappointed, but if it's coming back again, look, I'm not really an alcohol person, but during the summer, if you take the coconut Dr. Pepper and mix it with some coconut rum,
it's good,
and some ice, just sitting outside, what's better for a hot summer drink? It's fantastic. Dr. Pepper, by the way, has another announcement that they just made. Did you see that?
It's about the brats?
No.
Is it like drink form?
No.
Okay.
Dr. Pepper pudding.
The snack packs. I saw those. Yes.
They're coming out, I think, either March or April. Dr. Pepper, I don't. Did they partner with Snack Packs or is it their own version?
It's actually Snack Pack, I think.
Okay. If you don't know what Snack Pack is, you had a terrible childhood. You had one of those things in your brown bag or your lunchbox going to school. If your parents really loved you and cared about you, you had a pudding cup. Now you could have Jell-O, but those had to be refrigerated. Snack Packs, for some reason, did not, and they're probably terrible for you. But that's what you had as a kid. You know,
I used to get the tapioca pudding ones.
That's disgusting. You might as well just drink a man's semen if you're going to have that.
What a taste is familiar.
The Dr. Pepper snack pack. So it's a chocolate infused Dr. Pepper or Dr. Pepper infused chocolate pudding.
Yeah.
Which I don't know how to feel about that particular combination, but I will give it a go when it does come out.
People can actually see it, but yep, there you go, right there.
Yep, that's it.
That's the
Dr. Pepper snack packs coming to a retailer near you. All right, continue on.
I'd be like, yeah, I wouldn't even touch that.
Yeah, it makes complete sense now, but yeah, I didn't.
When you got a Picky Pete in your home.
What do you think E-Rock's like?
Are you a Picky
what's
Pete?
he known for making?
Where it's like 5-6 minutes into their show here with this, and I cut out parts, and they're still talking about me and my cooking.
Your eating habits.
He did talk about the steak rubs. I think he's a beef man.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because he had a
what's
few
your
rubs.
feelings on rubs on steaks?
They're good.
They're good, but I guess they're good for like
it's like salt, just like fancy salt.
Yeah, okay. I was gonna say for like not cheaper, but like not ribeye and filet mignon kind of, but like lower cuts than that. But that could be skirt steak or sirloin or something. Yeah,
You could put it on the expensive cut. It just
it seems
you don't need it.
You don't need it. Yeah,
But you could.
I don't go crazy with the steak rubs because again,
You really don't need
much for it. But I do like a buttery steak rub, which is
the
a
Kinder's
mixture
is good.
of butter, garlic, salt, pepper, blend. That all blend together, and you let it sit for a while. Like you massage it in, and then let it sit in a Tupperware container in the fridge for I go at least an hour, and then take it out and start to grill it. Or I've been doing a lot more cast iron cooking now with it. So where you throw it in there and you're melting the butter and more garlic as you're constantly draping it over and over as you cook. They have other rubs too, where they do chipotle rubs and like a maple bacon kind of rub, all these other things. When you have a good steak, you don't need all of that. Some of it helps enhance, but you don't need all of that stuff. That stuff is more for when you're making like a hanger steak that you're going to cut up for like fajitas or like a skirt steak. I do a nice Brazilian marinade for the skirt steak. No, well, it's not really chimichurri. It's a different variation of it, but it has some extra stuff in it. And I'll let that thing soak to oblivion before I start to cook it. Because then you take it out, it's fully absorbed. Like, when most of the oil is gone and the seasoning is kind of dried on top of the steak.
It's a nice crust, too.
That it absorbed everything. Then you just throw that thing down on the Brazilian place near me cooks them on those ceramic tiles. Not ceramic tiles, the clay tiles.
Yeah, like ceiling, the roof tiles that,
which is
take it off my roof.
I mean, you want to talk about seeing a grown man have a tear well up in his eye when they bring that to there, and then it's a garlic butter flume as it's coming down. Oh, it's a work of art. You don't need to do a marinade for a steak unless you're trying to convince your kid to eat steak, and you got to, doctor it up a little bit. But
the only reason you need to marinate a steak is if it's a tough, cut of beef that you have to get it softer a little bit, because otherwise it's going to be too.
But even chewy. That, you just use kosher salt, which absorbs a lot of it
draws a lot of the moisture out.
Water out of it, and you just check it where you every 15 20 minutes you go in there with a paper towel and you're dabbing it to get it all out there and what have you. But you got to break stuff down. That's when you got to do like a slow braise, like in a crock pot or Instapot or something like that, where you're breaking down for a pot roast, a tri-tip, which is an extremely tough piece of meat, breaking all that stuff down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm simple. I'll do salt, pepper, and some garlic. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all you really need. I've seen other people, Tom from Alberta, saying steaks just need minced onion, coarse salt, and coarse ground pepper. Yeah, I mean, onion's good. But like I said, I'm more of the garlic. Gets a little bit of flavor, sweetens up a little bit, and then you can throw some onion in there. It'd be great.
I always do a butter mix.
Butter's good.
Yep. I know it was deemed unhealthy a long time ago. Who was the chef that did everything with butter?
Paula Deen.
Paula Deen, right?
Yep.
Before and after her cancellation, she still cooks the same way. She's not wrong with the butter. Now, I've seen some of her clips.
Socially and food wise, she's not.
I meant on her cooking, but she does overdo it, and I think that was for the theatric of her cooking shows that drew people in to buy her books and all that stuff. But you could sit there and eyeball and go, all right, this seems like a reasonable amount of butter to add to this, rather than trying to use like butter oil sprays or seed oils and those kind of things.
I'll use that Irish butter. It's so good. Much healthier. Grain fed. Oh, it's so good.
If you get the Irish butter and you turn it into a compound butter, and then you brick it, and then you put it under the skin of the turkey.
Have you ever made cowboy butter?
It's almost the same thing.
Yeah.
It's like it's a softer compound butter than, bricking it. But yeah. Uh-huh.
So good.
I know. See, this is what men should be talking about.
Compound butters and Paula Deen.
Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll if another lotto comes in, I'll start up a competing company to Anthony's and call it Compound Butter to go head to head versus Compound Media. Who will win?
It's our own condiment company, and it's just Anthony's picture on it. We're just.
It's not even a matter of who will win. It's like who's going to die first from all this, him or me? Because you get it. I get it.
It's so good.
We wanted to. It's making me hungry.
By the way, Rock makes ribs. I want to see him.
Rib Rock?
Yeah.
E-rib? Yeah, I bet he makes a good rack of rib.
Yeah.
The thing is, I
like how they're talking about now you cooking.
Yeah. This is their show, by the way, not ours.
You the whole time.
We're playing on our show. We're playing their show, talking about me and how I cook and how I prepare and shop for food. This is the best show of all time.
The weirdest Inception.
I'd love more shows to talk about me where I just play the clips. And
now I can't wait till they play the clip of us talking about them, talking about you. And we're just going to keep it going until we just create this tunnel of us talking about each other the whole time.
Steve Doherty in the chat. I copied Eric's turkey cooking method from a video before. It was delicious. Glad to hear it.
Was it the brining?
The brining bucket is crucial.
Yeah, it's pretty
crucial. Good. To this, and if they make these pop-up barbecue things big enough to hold like a 20-pound plus turkey, I'll invest and get the bigger one, and then I'll keep the bucket, but I'll start doing that because it also has the drain on the bottom to make it easier.
Yeah.
But for now, getting that brining bucket with that special lid where it's made out of the food grade approved
Yeah.
polymers or whatever it is. It's got the sticker on it saying this is usable for food. You're just dumping the thing in there, let it sit overnight. I kind of want I want all of this stuff now. We need to just do our show from a restaurant and open up a tab. It's like, hey, we just talked about this. Can they bring that out here and make that for us?
It would be funny. We're still going to do it from different coasts. So like you'll be at whatever restaurant that I can also get to, and we'll just be at 2 different places.
Yeah.
Great. I know.
With dinner plans.
Definitely.
I think he can make a good dinner.
Yeah. Or like even picking a place to go to eat dinner. Like I would want his recommendation. Yeah.
I mean, usually any sweets and treats he brought to the studio or any recommendations. Again, he brought me those McCormick spice packages. All good. It's all good stuff.
Yeah. Nice.
He's a bit of a connoisseur.
Bring like leftover shit he had from the consumer.
Yeah.
But he would tell you like, I didn't even like this, but yeah, you could try it or something, or like, this was okay. Yeah.
I liked everything.
Me too.
I have the taste of a fucking retard. I really, don't take much.
But your food has to be particular when you make it.
When I make it, oh my God.
Yeah, sure.
It's got to be the exact way I prescribe or I will fucking throw a shit fit. You can ask the hallway about how many times I fucked dinner up and it's like, I want to commit seppuku. Like, I fucking overcooked the steak. I ruined dinner. This is bullshit. I sit there and I throw a fit.
All right, now who is he starting to sound like?
Yeah, I know.
He's starting to sound a lot like me.
It ruins his whole night.
I know. If I overcook something or if it's not made the right way, I get very pissed off.
Yep.
I'm like, I know what
you won't talk. Just sit back, and then you'll grab your leftovers and you'll leave. You'll be upset the entire time.
Well, he handles it. He channels it a bit different than I do. I get very quiet and offended.
Yeah.
I don't want anybody's help. I don't want you to fix it. I want you to leave me alone. In fact, I would like to get up and leave. I will not enjoy this experience anymore. Steve handles it in his own way.
Right way. I get very pissed off. I'm like, I know what I wanted this to look like.
Flip the
and
table
food should be as simple as follow the instructions, do it the right way, but it just never fucking is. Or, maybe not never, but
before we were even together, you got free steaks at Compound somehow.
Omaha steak.
And you were like, oh, I got these steaks. You want to have them? And I was like, yeah, sure. And I was like prepared to cook them. And you were like, no, I'll cook them. I'll cook them. Like, he didn't trust me to cook them. And he like really undercooked them. And I just was like, I'm just going to like eat around the sides that are not cooked. And he was like, is yours as undercooked as mine is? And I was like, a little bit. And so he put them back on and then he took them off. And then I think they were either still undercooked or no, they were overcooked, I think then.
Probably. I don't remember.
And
he remember the whole thing was a big piece of shit.
Just punched his steak on the plate. And he's like, I'm not eating this shit. And like flipped the plate over. And I was just like, all right, this is like, you like brought me free steak and this is so stressful.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
I always wanted to do that. Get like an Omaha steak or some kind of like subscription meat service where I could just get stuff sent to my house. I've got like a nice little standalone freezer. I should start filling it up with stuff like that.
Well, let me see when your birthday's coming up and maybe we'll make that happen for you.
That would be fantastic.
Keep in mind, Jordan wants meats sent to him in the mail.
Yeah, send me your meat.
Send
That's the
him
new
your
summer campaign for my July birthday.
Signed, sealed, delivered. It's yours.
Yeah.
But did you hear what he said? He doesn't just get mad. He punched the steak.
That's really funny.
Mine is.
Like, I've messed up food, but like I don't get that mad. Like the other day, I made loco moco for myself, and I accidentally I got onions and I accidentally burnt them a little bit. I was not paying attention when I was sweating them down. I was like, oh, damn it! So like I could taste it a little bit, and I was like, I'll deal with it. But like I don't get mad about it. Like that. Ugh, that's so funny.
Maybe you should.
Maybe you
should.
Screw this.
You start feeling a lot better about yourself internally if you let all that out. Yeah, but listen to this.
Really undercooked them, and I just was like, I'm just gonna like eat around the sides that are not cooked. And he was like, "Is yours as undercooked as mine is?" And I was like, a little bit. And he put them back on, and then he took them off. And then I think they were either still undercooked or no, they were overcooked. I think then.
Probably, I don't remember.
And he
remember the whole thing was a big piece of shit.
Just punched his steak on the plate. And he's like, I'm not eating this shit. And like flipped the plate over. And I'm just like, all right,
So
this
funny.
is like, you like brought me free steak and this is so stressful.
You shouldn't be stressed over free steak. I mean, come on.
This is a date. They weren't even married yet. He's courting her with free goods and didn't like how it turned out, and then started showing his less than tolerant side. Like he didn't even lock her in yet, and now she's just like, "Oh, this guy has issues."
So
and then I was like, "This is the guy I'm gonna marry."
I gotta take the L when I fuck up dinner. I just gotta learn to be like, well, maybe it's not as good as I could have made it, but maybe next time. Instead of punching my steak and flipping my plate.
Well, I'm proud of you, Steve. That you let it be known that you will not tolerate anything less.
You know what? Sometimes it's good to have standards. Like that's good for him. Good for him.
Go and support these guys, Garrett and Steve on YouTube. Go and subscribe to their channel. I believe they also have a Patreon. You can go and subscribe, and that helps them out as well.
I definitely like that background that they're doing right now versus the kitchen one with the hypnotizing backgrounds.
You like the new? I got to bring the video back up. I just closed out of it. Hold on. You like that background?
Yeah, I like it. It looks classy. Like they're not like they should be in smoking jackets or something.
All right, hold on a second. I want to. There it is. Look at that background. I mean,
there's a lot going on.
It looks like the basement storage room at a funeral home.
I mean, yeah, maybe.
Or like one of those storage rooms for a church.
Is that a filing cabinet between them? Now that I think about it, it looks like a filing cabinet.
I don't know. I don't know what this is. I don't know where this is. If this is at their house or if this is another location. But I remember when they went there, I go, this is, look, the other background that they had just looked like one of that 3D art if you stare at it enough.
Yeah, like
right? This just looks, it looks like they're using the basement of a church or a community center or something. And this is just props for like they have for Christmas and other things.
I do feel like a table.
When they have to dress up the funeral room. Nice. Yeah.
But I mean, again, it's the other background is so off-putting visually that sometimes it's hard to focus. So, I mean, this is at least more soothing on the eyes.
I mean, to each their own. Everyone's got their own style. But yeah, go support those guys and tell them that Erik sent you. Jared saying, I buy heavy whipping cream and make butter and have buttermilk left over for other recipes. It's easy to make compound butter that way. I have not made my own yet, but I should.
I haven't either. I always keep circling like, ooh, I want to go get one of those things where like you jar and you can like hand crank it and get the butter. And then a coworker of mine goes, why are you doing that? Just put it in your stand mixer, throw it on low and just keep an eye on it. I'm like, fucking genius. Like I have the stuff. Why do I need another gadget? So
I have some of that KitchenAid stuff that was given to me years ago that I never really, it's there, it's on the counters, but I never used it. The mixing bowl and a couple, I think I have the pasta attachment that I'll never use.
I have a meat grinder, but I need to get the pasta one. The pasta one is like, I want to make my own pasta.
Maybe I'll just throw that in a box and send it to you. Like, I'm not using this. Here you go. Wood Pit saying Kerrygold butter. Yeah, I agree with you. It's healthier than margarine. Everything's healthier than margarine. Margarine is garbage. Margarine is essentially the same thing as Cool Whip.
Well, she's not in Congress anymore, so don't worry about it.
That is true. Andy Hannon, Erik moved south. I have a friend whose place smokes turkeys 5 days a week, doing it right. That's the next thing. It's not even a
business. It's just a guy's house. He just smokes turkey all day.
Just showing up on random farmland because it smells good. It's like, hey, is this place open? It's like this.
Oh, we're announcing our new show already, where we just go around the heartland, stopping off at people's farms to eat their food.
I would definitely do that. I would also go. Show. I would also make my way. I don't know if it's Mississippi or Louisiana. I think it's Louisiana. The guy who has the medieval structure where he baptizes the chicken.
That sounds amazing.
You know what I'm talking about? Have you seen?
I've heard of it, but
I think we played a video of him
where
he's got like 120 pieces of chicken that were all breaded with like Cajun seasoning.
Yeah,
and all that
bigger
stuff.
Black dude, right?
Yeah, and it was all on this thing, and then he takes the thing and he's cranking it down like a medieval torture rack, and it just slides down into the oil. And then he brings it up a little bit, turns the pieces over, drops it back down, cooks them, They come out perfect. But then he's a content creator. He can't just keep cooking chicken all the time. He gets fucking crazy. He's cooking shark, deep fried python.
Yeah.
I'm not even exaggerating. He has those videos on there. But I would travel down to his place to check that out once.
This just happened like recently. I know I'll probably touch on some celebrity deaths that just happened, but this one, since it's topical, the pitmaster for Arthur Bryant in Kansas City, Missouri, after 28 years, he just passed away. And I'm like, oh, that sucks, man.
Did he die doing what he loved? Was he on the job?
Screaming in a car? No.
Fell into a...
I don't know. Let me see. No, I don't think he was on the job, which is, I mean, I guess good, but yeah, it's kind of a bummer.
That does suck.
Pictures of his, like, the food. I'm just like, ugh.
But his cremation smelled delicious.
It's just a sweet sauce, but it's fine.
Well, Godspeed to that gentleman. Sorry to hear about all of that. I'm so far behind. I wasn't really paying attention to the chat, so I'm trying to see if there's anything. Why is Tom offering us cold medicine from Canada? Is cold medicine in Canada different than cold medicine here?
I don't know.
It's not like, they're all dressed chips are better than the ones in the United States, which they are. But it's not like our Robitussin has, something else in there that the United States doesn't have, and they ban. It's like, all right, maybe then I'll be interested.
Wait a minute, this is just maple syrup.
Whoa. Cack Lord 88, Australian fan. We love thank you very much, my friend. Thank you for coming in here. Australia is in our top 5. All our breakdown, our analytics for the audio stuff, like the radio is different because the radio is mostly US and Canada.
Right.
But for the RSS feed for the audio stuff, Australia's in the top 5, and same for YouTube. Australia's in the top 5. Now I know we got a lot of that because O&A used to have a big Australian fan base because they would find all the comic clips and stuff from our show on YouTube. And before that, it would be on places like Fark and E-Bomb's World and things like that. Whenever Patrice would do something, or if we'd shove Bob Kelly's cell phone up Pat from Menaki's ass and not tell him, and he find out later, and he starts dry heaving and going crazy. Like those clips were showing up all over the place. Jim Brewer stuff, and I would love to go down to Australia. One of these days, we will make it happen.
Hey, real quick here. We did have one come through asking you, because it's not so much my opinion on this one. How do you feel about In-N-Out Burger from Big Daddy
Longstrokes? Great name. How do you feel about In-N-Out Burger? I am not tired of it or disgusted by it because I rarely ever have it. I think I've had it 3 times in my life because I'm not anywhere that has In-N-Out Burger. Now, the times that I went was delicious. Do I think people overdo it with the animal style? I absolutely do. Yeah. And, when everyone says there's a secret menu, it's not that impressive. It's just stuff that it's like, oh, I know the secret menu. Yeah, so does everything online. I can just
3 by 3. I'm like, yeah, it's just 3 patties. We get it.
Yeah. Oh, look, here it is on Reddit telling me everything. Now, unless it said,
it's not a secret anymore.
It's like, they have a secret menu, but if you really wanted Whataburger, they'll make that too. And like that, I didn't know about. All right, let's mix and match here. But when they're like, they've got a blue Sprite, whoop-de-doo.
How the hell do they have salmon here? It's on the secret menu.
Their burgers are perfectly fine. Their French fries are great.
And, I said this last week. If anyone's going to go to In-N-Out, ask them to mustard fry it. It's fantastic.
All right, you did tell me about that.
You throw some mustard down there, they'll fry your patty up, and it just absorbs some of that flavor.
What if I could get White Castle to do that?
Mustard fry? I'm sure you could.
Well, no, I can't because I'm in the area that doesn't mix ketchup and mustard together. Because they're all psychopaths in the Northeast for some reason. Nick Slater saying Canadian cold medicine has codeine in it.
Codeine's good.
So what's in the what else do they have in the codeine that we don't know about then?
It's maple syrup.
He's also asking, will you go to Norton's show with some of the old gang? Norton hasn't done shows in New York. Like he does appearances at some of the clubs, but they're not like full shows.
Right.
Most of the comics don't do full shows in New York because they work out here. So they do all their shows traveling. Jim was over in Europe, which I remember Jim would never leave the country. Like he had a weird thing about flying over to England or Europe, and that's all gone since he got married or met his wife.
Mm-hmm.
Because where's she from? Sweden or Norway? Scandinavian area, somewhere in there. But then he was in where was he, in Bulgaria? Recently?
I know he went to England because he went to do the Aussie bit. So like I don't know, was it around the same time?
That
or
was
this
different.
After?
That kind of forced his hand to travel.
Right. Okay.
No, not the last Aussie show, not that one. There was another Aussie thing back when we were all still kind of working together that he did. The wife thing obviously pushed him for traveling more, and then yes, he went with Florentine for the last Black Sabbath concert. But yeah, he was just in Romania, and then I'm trying to see where else he was. Oh shit! Here's him in Greece. Posted so good for him. Traveling, yeah. Here he is in Bulgaria. He went for a walking adventure in Bulgaria. He takes you around walking around Bulgaria. He tells you nothing of importance and shows you nothing that's interesting. So that seems on brand for young Jimmy Norton. Yeah, I would love to go down to Australia, though. That's on my top to-do travel list. Japan is the other one. Mm-hmm. Now Korea, South Korea is now moved up. So I want to go to Japan, I want to go to South Korea and Australia. Those are the three musts that I need to do and enjoy myself thoroughly in all of those places there. I'll hook you up with whatever you need. Well, if I ever get down that way, we'll look you up, my friend. We can go and find an enjoyable place to eat and try one of those goofy novelty, giant, oversized Australian beers.
It's funny because I was actually showing my daughter Jim Carrey movies. Like she's like, I like Jim Carrey. So I was like, let's watch good movies. So I had her watch, we watched the Ace Ventura movies. But we ended up watching Dumb and Dumber the other night, and it just reminds me of where he asks like the girl standing on the sidewalk where she's from, and she goes Austria, and he goes, "Oh, you want to put another shrimp on my barbie?" I'm like, yeah, moron. Like it just made me laugh so much.
Jared the Geek, In-N-Out is great for the price. That is the key. It's quality and fresh. Yeah, that is too. The fact that it's all fresh made. It's not fast food because it's not. What do they call casual dining? Yeah. It's a casual kind of place. So you're sitting there waiting there for a while to get your stuff, but it's fresh right out of everything. So it makes sense. It's worth the wait. I'm not usually out there that much. So whenever I can go out there, I will do it. In-N-Out is great. Get the burger animal style with mustard instead of their spread. Like Jordan was saying. Oh, wait, instead of the spread?
You can actually just do it animal style with more mustard. I also do like the yellow peppers, get them fried up, put them in there. It's really good.
Okay. So it's animal style, so it's the sauce plus mustard?
Yeah.
Okay. I was going to say, so it's not. All right. Yeah. All right. I'll try that. I'll try everything once, see how it goes. Jared saying over-the-counter cold medicine in the United States is useless. You need the behind-the-counter stuff. Yes, I know. I found that out over the years where I was buying like if you
I've been
really
drinking Mucinex like it's going out of style.
And
like
it always feels like you didn't do anything.
No.
Like nothing ever happened. You didn't do it right. So it's like, what was the point with all of this there? Oh my God.
I know.
Internet royalty.
In the water tonight.
The potato is here, Josh. It's a restricted place, Josh. Don't tell them that you're Jewish. Cardiff Electric. My pal is in here. See? Represent right there. Gifting 5 memberships. Very cool of you, sir. Oh, look at you.
Yeah, right there.
Look at that. Josh representing as well.
I always gotta
go support our pal Cardiff Elect on YouTube, also on Rumble, because look, a lot of our friends seem to be having difficulties with people striking their YouTube channels. So some weeks they're on in Rumble, other weeks they're back on YouTube, and then sometimes they're just on Patreon because they have nowhere else to go. We got to get that drop too. I've got nothing left. Yeah, go support Cardiff. He's doing a new show. I haven't watched yet because I got to sign up for one. I thought I was a member of Tuki's Patreon, and I was a while ago, but I somehow it ran out, and I guess I maybe I hit something and I cancel it because it's like, oh, there's a new show that they're doing that's exclusive to Patreon. I went to look and it said I wasn't a member to it, so I got to go back and sign up so I can check out their new stuff. I got to bring this bit. I should have done it this week. they did a bit about blind porn or porn for the blind. That I got to tell you is on the level of classic style hot talk show segments. Like this could have been something O&A did. This could have been something Ron and Fez did. Don and Mike Howard. It was at that level that they pulled this off. I watched the video and I did the hand in the head thing. I was laughing so hard for nice. What this concept for porn for the blind. So Cardiff was fantastic. We'll bring it to the show next week and we'll show the audience on our end. It's a genius bit. So yeah, go support Cardiff. What else do we have here before we get into, because we got the Chad video we don't want to talk about because I had to have a stern talking with Chad's producer or former producer about some inappropriate handling of a situation that he did. He had to be corrected as well. What is this one here? The Jeff Bond. Erik, I'm from the Bay Area. Thank you for Jocktobering Lamont and Tonelli. Wow, that's a long time ago. They split up, by the way. Oh, either somebody left or somebody got fired. They split up that show, and then one of them came back and is just doing a show solo without the other. I don't know if it's Lamont or Tonelli. One of them left or got fired, and they've been around for like 30, almost 40 years, something ridiculously long.
The fact they never called themselves Captain and Tonelli doesn't make sense to me, but whatever.
Or it was a smart marketing move to not do that because that is such a hack thing to say.
It's true.
There's another radio show. Maybe I'll pop in on Carl's show on Saturday if he's got room. There's another show that it's a very popular show. It's an international show. They had a complete meltdown. And then one of the hosts had to continue for the next 2 days without the other. And then on the fourth day,
awkward.
And the fifth day, they weren't on at all. Like best ofs were on. And then the beginning of this week, they were in best ofs. Then finally, one of them showed up, and it turned out it was real. Like if this is a bit, this is a really insane bit to do because they're not the kind of show to do this kind of bit. But if it is legitimately real, it seems like this could be like pressing legal issues. Wow. Because it started with some kind of comments that it was a guy and girl team. I'll make a note for that too. I'll bring that to the show, but I'll see if I can bring it over to Carl's show because it seems like it would fit there as well. I love finding radio stuff because nobody pays attention to radio like that anymore. And when through my searches and connections, whatever, when something comes across, I'm like, this is perfect. No one knows about this. No one's talking about it. It's not that big a deal anymore. Now we're going to have to do all of that stuff. So, good on us and tough on everybody else. All right. Anything else? Here it is. Tonelli left. Lamont came back. Yeah, they had a falling out, and I think one got fired, or they both got let go, and then they brought Lamont back. He's doing a show with, I think he's got a female co-host or something now. But yeah, it was a weird way for them to fall out. Tonelli does the public address job for the 49ers. He sucks. Maybe he took the job and he's like, I'm in the market. I'm a 49ers fan. He doesn't really know anything about the players, the history, the franchise, any of that stuff. Melvin Goldstein Television. Remember Loper and Smitty? Smitty has a show in Grand Rapids, Michigan now. Yes. What's Smitty's real name? Brian? I don't need. It's probably Smith if his name's Smitty. Yeah, Brian. I knew down in West Palm Beach. They were at a station I was at called The Buzz in West Palm Beach. And Loper, I still talk to every now and then. Loper was bouncing around. He was in Ohio for the longest time doing a show. Like they were doing a successful morning show with his wife because he was doing it down in West Palm. They moved into Ohio, got a great deal. Then they split up. So the show split up. And then he went somewhere else in Ohio, was doing a show, left after a few months and disappeared for a while. Now he just got a new gig doing radio somewhere. So Loper is doing well. I'm going to have to reach out to Brian. Maybe that's a bonus episode we can do. The Jocktober we did on them. What if I get Loper and Smitty on here for a bonus episode as we go through Jocktober and talk about what happened during then and where they are now?
That'd be good.
Ooh, that's a good idea. Let's write that down as well. All right. Let's do the Chad video so we can get on and move on with some other stuff here. So Chad Dukes, pal of mine, does a show down in the Washington, D.C. area. He's a legend in that market for many, many years. WJFK was his station up until a few years ago, which is the legendary talk radio station. But that was our affiliate in D.C. That was Howard's affiliate in D.C. Legendary station. Mostly sports talk now for the last decade, I guess.
I was going to say it's been a while.
And so Chad has his own show, his own network, and does very well. ChadDukeShow.com, go and check it out. And he wanted me to come on because it was during the time. I want to say it was around the time, I think, when the hockey announcer, they went to break and he told whoever was going down to the table to fix a wire. Someone's like, "Hey, while you're down there, going to blow me or something."
Maybe like 3 or 4 weeks ago. Yeah.
Right. So it was him. He does a football or a sports style show with him and his old producer Tor, who's up in the metro area here doing other shows and what have you. So anyways, they invited me on to talk about the hot mic incident, which I had a hot mic incident with Opie and Anthony back in the day. So yeah, they would like to come on and talk about it. So sure, I patched in, and this is where we start.
There.
Okay, gotcha.
Does he know what you want? Does he know what we want?
I texted him that we had a couple questions. And I said, I did my producer, hey, E-Rock, if you have any time in the next 30 to 60 minutes, would you join Dukes and I for about 10 minutes? Just have a few brief questions.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I don't know if he's ready. Are you ready?
Yeah, what?
Oh.
First of all, I saw you pop up backstage and then you imploded your computer.
Yeah, I had to scream into my phone. I'm fighting with Amazon. They ruined fucking Christmas gifts. So
they're ruining our country. They're ruining everything. They ruined Thursday Night Football too, but you don't need to worry about that.
No, I've heard everybody in my universe all screams about how they hate the pre-show, the post-show, the live commentary during the football games. They said it would be worse if it was on Apple, but
they basically do double dare at the end of Thursday Night Football game, and it's just I'm like, please talk about the game. So the reason we called Erik is that we were talking about who brought it up, Tor? Was it the broadcaster that was talking about the blowjob?
Yeah, it was the hot mic moment.
Okay, so it was a hot mic incident where I'm sure you guys talked about it on your show.
Apple, but
they basically do double dare at the end of Thursday Night
Football. I didn't touch that. Did you touch that?
No, I'm not doing it at all. I thought you were going backwards for some reason.
No. I didn't touch that. That's like the other video.
Showing you the edit.
Ball game.
That's weird. All right. Let's see.
When fucking Opie gave.
Oh, all right.
Who brought it up, Tor? Was it the broadcaster that was talking about the blowjob?
Yeah, it was the hot mic moment.
Okay, so it was a hot mic incident where I'm sure you guys talked about it on your show, where the Flyers guy basically says, "While you're down there, do you mind blowing me?" Like and they get suspended for 2 days for some stupid reason. And you were involved in probably, I don't know if you would call it one of the greatest hot mic moments of all time, but when fucking Opie gave out your goddamn number on the air while you were on vacation down in Disney World with your chick, and we started talking about that whole story, and I realized I don't think I've ever asked you.
You know that story, right?
Yeah, I think I've heard of this one.
Okay.
In private or in public. Did you believe in your Bart of Barts? Because on the show following up, when you come back and you have the bill and you're giving them all the fucking, because Opie said he'd pay for your vacation and you're giving him the itinerary, it sounded like you didn't believe that anybody actually tried to hit the dump button and dump your phone number out. And I would like to know now, did you believe then and do you believe now that there was an effort made by, I don't know if it was Derek or Danny or who was there at that time behind the scenes, Travis, to dump your phone number out when it was given out on the air?
Yeah, 100%. I didn't think anybody tried to do it because at that point we had 3 different positions with dump buttons, and even though we were on satellite, we had up to like a minute of delay, in multiple, and you know how it goes, multiple increments, like 3 seconds, 5 seconds, now depending on how much you're hitting on it and what have you. So Ope has a button, Anth has a button, and then my board position, which I wasn't there, has the master controls for everything. So you have the button, or you can kill the feed from the main studio and do whatever you want with it. Ope wasn't paying attention. Anthony wasn't paying attention. Ant was pal talk, reading whatever he was doing. Ope sitting there like this it doesn't identify in his head that a phone number was just given out on the air. And I can't. He was doing it since he was 18, by the way. Broadcast legend. You can't even fathom a reason as to why in the whoever was on the board, I think it might have been Travis. I don't remember why they didn't slam down on the button either, other than they didn't know that was a legal issue. My phone bricked up. Like, you don't want to see your text messages, phone calls, everything all have 4 9s at the bottom. On your thing there, because then all of a sudden the phone's just. I can't operate it. There's too many people calling, texting, whatever. It's done. So I shut it off, threw it against the wall, and then from my chick's phone called. I did, by the way. I got so mad I hooked the phone at the wall at the Disney Resort. I was like, the phone's useless. Because I was trying to get into like at least settings where you could turn it off, like the wireless. Every time I do that, the screen would lock up again, would say no phone calls or this or text or pop. I can't get to the thing because as soon as I hit this would show up. This would show up. And I powered it down and threw it against the wall. Tim Sabian and said, fuck it, I'm done. I'm not coming back. And then for the rest of the week, I didn't answer anybody's phone calls. That is also true.
Oh, we couldn't.
You know what? Maybe I could review this too and get Tim Sabian on the phone. I was just talking to him the other day. Hey, you want to come on here and talk? He loves talking about this stuff. Mm-hmm. And we could talk about the dining issue that we had with Tim at El Fresco's. Teaser.
But did you think that the guys back, because I know that it sounded acrimonious behind the scenes, but I would assume that those guys would have had your back in dumping out a personal telephone number. You don't think that happened? You think that they knowingly let that shit go, and that Opie and Anthony were actually just asleep at the wheel?
Here it's a little bit more complicated than that. I definitely believe both were asleep at the wheel because they were not paying attention. One's fucking daydreaming, and the other one's reading whatever he's reading. One was very sincere about I didn't want. By the time I realized it was the phone number, I went to hit it and it was already past the marker of where it would cut out. Ope, I don't think did anything because I think from again, this was audio. We didn't have video there. When I listened back to it, Ant was like the first to react. You hear, or at least verbally on the air. That's like, well, you got that fucking. Blah, blah. And Ope's like, what? Like, because he sits there like this. He would sit there with his pen, clicking his pen like this, and he would look at the phone screen or the instant feedback.
Yeah, what Pitt saying? He was probably playing Candy Crush.
Ant's doing what he does in there, and Jim doesn't have. He's not responsible for any of that stuff. He doesn't have that thing. And then my board in the back there should have had somebody. Maybe they weren't paying attention. I don't know. So I can't really speak for that third part. But the first two, yeah, they obviously weren't. And even Ant admitted, he's like, yeah, I wasn't, because it didn't process that somebody wouldn't have hit the phone number, that he would have to do that because they were not on terrestrial. In terrestrial, I've seen Ant hit that button and we've never acknowledged it. Like he was.
Yeah, Ant was very quick with the trigger finger for anything, even if it wasn't. Like we'd get back later, we'd get the dump sheet and they'd say this was fine, this wasn't a thing. Ant didn't care. He would rather, for his Ant wanting to say everything he wants to say, he was also very quick to say, we're not letting that out over the air. He learned from the Sex for Sam thing that it's like, nope, I'd rather err on the side of caution and that this all goes out. And tough shit. If you didn't hear it, I don't care. I'm back tomorrow to work. That's all I care about.
Now, remind me, who's the one who leaked your number out?
All of it. I mean, broadcast over the show.
No, I know, but like someone had to have said it. Like, if Opie wasn't paying attention, Ant wasn't paying attention. To dump it. Who was saying
Ope called me, and I probably was sleeping at that time, or getting ready to go because we're in Disney. So either you're sleeping or you're getting ready to go out. They called, and it was the automated thing. It's like the number you have reached. 2 1.
Oh, so they were going to leave you a message and you didn't have like an outgoing, like, hey, this is E-Rock.
Yeah, that's all it was. It was just, doesn't say your name. It was that thing. So that's what went out over the air.
Okay. Makes sense.
Quick to hit that thing for whatever. Satellite, everyone's brain just kind of, we're here to hang out and you know, everybody goes
free money.
Everyone kind of goes numb, you know, and then it was just like, we write it off to, well, that was the last commercial. Cool. I'm going home. That's about it. So yeah, I honestly believe that neither one was paying attention. Some took it more seriously than others. And, yeah, it was what it was at that point. It took a while to repair all that. And of course, it was tried to be thrown back at me like it was my fault, my problem. I go, that bit ain't working.
No,
for that shit. You're not getting an apology from me for any kind of bullshit that you refuse to accept, responsibility for. What Pitt's saying is like, why was he calling you on vacation and on the air? Because it became a thing. Opie was obsessed that if I wasn't there, I still needed to be, I don't want to say harassed because that's worse than really what it was. I mean, it was, but I'm not saying that it's that. E-Rock's still important to interact with whether he's on the show or not. So they would, when my honeymoon at the time, they were calling me in different countries. They had listeners trying to track me when I was in Europe. One guy said he saw me at a hotel and they went back and I wasn't there, which I don't believe he did, but they were tracking me. One person I did say saw me somewhere and they were correct, but it was the day before. So they went to look for that. And it was a whole thing. They had people.
You're his version of Carmen Sandiego.
Pretty much.
That's
without
so funny.
Without the fancy coat and hat. But it became the thing. It's like, oh, let's just go after E-Rock. So let's call E-Rock and do all that stuff because, I don't know, slow day. He had nothing or whatever. He didn't want to talk to Anthony.
Let's call E-Rock down in Florida.
Yeah.
I have a different question for Erik. Did you have one for that?
Hey, kind of, I guess, a chicken.
Okay. That was why I was there on the show. This is where it all took a turn because, Jordan, you may know about this. I'm not sure if I did talk to you about it, but this was not a public thing. This was a private thing that happened. And then I notified Chad immediately after, and Chad was aware of this. So I don't know if he talked about it on his end. I don't think he did because I would have gotten. We share an audience. There's people that overlap. And I would have heard from people that listen to Chad's show. They're like, hey, they mentioned you, or here's what happens. I didn't. So I don't think he talked about it until this particular time. Let's see what happened here. You refuse to accept, responsibility for.
Tor, do you have I have a different question for Erik. Did you have one for that?
Kind of, I guess, a chicken and the egg question here, Erik. Like, whose responsibility do you think that falls on? The initial letting the number roll, or the secondary not properly dumping out of it? Like, who is it? The fail-safe's problem or the initial action that is the real problem?
I'm sorry. Did you really want my answer? Were you going to ask me for Sam Roberts' phone number again to ask him a question?
I fucking forgot about you.
Yes.
So we definitely off air, you and I spoke about this.
So you do know about this. Okay.
So yes, because this was when, for the listening audience, I don't know if you explain it here, but this is right when Hulk Hogan had passed.
Yeah, well, I'm going to explain.
Okay, cool.
Don't need to get into it, but I just didn't know if you knew what this was. If we had talked about it.
Because you had texted me. You go. I think the words, you wouldn't believe what Tor just did.
Okay.
And I'm just like, what the hell? And then you explained it to me. And I was like, you gotta be kidding me! The audacity.
All right, so here we go. Number again to ask him a question.
I forgot about you. Tor, you're a fucking scumbag.
You had that ready.
The heat
to go.
was on.
I had
to.
That's not my concern. Not my problem.
Tell everybody they don't know the story, Erik. Tell them what Tor did.
So, it wasn't even for Chad's show. It's for whatever.
No, it's for his Bro Dog show on Barstool. I know what the fuck it is.
Yeah. So the morning Hulk Hogan died, or at least it was made, the announcement came out. I think I actually still have the text.
The morning Hogan dies, Tor fucking texts Nagel, not even Dukes. I got Sam Roberts' phone number. I wouldn't have been offended if he asked me for Sam Roberts' phone number, but he texts Erik, who is Sam Roberts' boss at one point and is also a wrestling expert. Hey, give me Sam Roberts' phone number.
He goes, I was glad I had the text saved too. And this was months prior. Like, a lot of time has passed between when Hogan died and this happened.
was it the summer? Like you held on to that for the longest time.
Yeah, and I didn't know how. I didn't want to just bring it up because I'm like, there's got to be a creative way to do something with this, and there wasn't until that day. Tor sends me a message like, "Hey, would you come on with us?" And I went, "Oh, yes, let me sandbag his whole show and do this instead." So, look, funny. Out of respect for Chad's show, I gave him what he needed for the show while I was on there. I didn't just come on to ruin his show.
Right.
I did that. But since they had me hanging around for a little bit, now we're going to get weird with this. And I grabbed the steering wheel and we're making a left.
It's perfect because you can feel the secondhand embarrassment, like just not even the secondhand, just the embarrassment of Tor, because he knows that you saved this for months.
Right.
Because like I said, you had talked to me about it, and I know you had talked to Chad about it, but I didn't know if Chad ever mentioned it. And I think we had mentioned it in passing on this show.
Right.
But no names were given. It was just one of those very kind of flippant, real quick kind of moments. We didn't get into it. This is the best way to finally bring it up. That's
and
awesome.
We did.
Who was Sam Roberts' boss at one point and is also a wrestling expert. Hey, give me Sam Roberts' phone number.
He goes, sorry about Hulk Hogan. Do you have Sam Roberts' phone number?
Yeah.
And that's immediately when that number got blocked. And when I contacted Dukes and I said, hey, what the fuck is your boy doing? And he said, he's not my boy. What is he doing?
That's crazy.
And then
oh, it's so
I'm
good.
coming right out of him, and like Tor's doing a trust fall, expecting Dukes to hold him, and Dukes does the old 1-2 step.
Like, it's not my problem.
And then boom, right back down, laughing all the way to the bank with this.
Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, because I remember you had told me about it. And you're like, you wouldn't believe what happened. He said, sorry about Hulk Hogan, and then immediately asks me for a favor, and I'm like, it wasn't even like you guys had been talking and then it just came up. It was just like, sorry about this happening, as if you're personally affected in a way it's bumming you out that this happened. Also, can I get this guy's number? I know it was sad,
it's
but
very well known that he was a hero of mine growing up.
It's just so funny. Like he needed that in to get it. So that's why he said, sorry about your boy. And then I get the number of the other guy.
Yeah.
I just can't believe he did that. So funny.
Hey, sorry. It's here. I'll put it this way. You get a message. Hey, sorry about your dad. Are we still good for golf on Saturday?
I was just about to use that example. I would be like, sorry about your dad. Can you give me Gittles' number? I got to give him a call about something.
Yeah, exactly.
So bad.
Tor's a doofus. It's really what it is. And I told. Hold on a second. I know. And we explained that I hadn't finished the list on MySpace. It was dumb to even do it.
Oh,
and it was supposed to say Opie and Anthony.
But it didn't.
How many times can I apologize for this?
It comes up a lot.
Till I'm dead in the ground. It's going to be on my tombstone. Anthony, I am sorry.
It's going to be your tombstone. It's going to be your top 8 on MySpace, and Anthony's not even going to be on the top 8.
Well, if he keeps this up, he's not going to even my top, deceased, heroes list. Because it's happening. Look, it's happening. It's a matter of time. Greg's not looking long for this world. I don't know how much time Ant's got, but I will put him in the top list on there. It's like, hey, when the infamous black and white photos come around, Anthony in color? No, Anthony in sepia.
I was going to be like sepia tone.
Sepia
an old-time Western photo.
But that filter where it's kind of grayish, but the blue jeans stand out to make it look kind of vivid. Yeah. That's what he's going to have. He'll get a special treatment on the day that he passes.
It's going to be like blurred on the outside to make it look like it's like a memorial.
Yeah.
It's gonna be so
that's
funny.
What's going to happen. We'll make it I love you too, buddy. I'm going to try to get out there. This makes no sense to our audience, but there's a big gathering, not of the Juggalos, but it might as well be at it used to be Dangerfield's Comedy Club in New York City. It's called Rodney's now. Apparently, everyone's getting together to go out there to see headliner Stuttering John Melendez is performing.
My God.
And if you follow that story, I know I got you hooked onto that a long time ago. We try not to really talk about it because it doesn't make sense here. But apparently Anthony's camp's going. I reached out to him. Carl and WATP happening? Are coming down tomorrow, or if you're listening to this on Friday night, WATP's coming down there. Other people are going to be there. This might be a big event of the season.
Oh God!
So I'm trying to move some things around. I'm trying to. I think I'm going to trek my way into the city to make it to this event if I can. I will gladly be there because I would like to see how this unfolds. There's speculation: is John even going to show up for this now? Apparently, I guess on John's show last week, his lawyer friend called the club live on John's show, and they were checking the ticket count, and 16 tickets had been sold.
How big is this venue? Like, what is it?
170 people.
Perfect.
And he's had weeks to ramp this up. Wonderful. I don't know where it's at now, but it's like, one of those moments when they say the stars align, it's happening. It's like the end of Game of Thrones when all the territories are coming together and putting aside their differences because the fucking, what's his name? The Winter King is coming. And they're all going to hold the line and take, so that they all aren't destroyed. That's what's happening here. So
good.
I'm trying to make it to where I can.
You really do have to try to go.
I am. I'm trying.
Fantastic.
I'm trying, but yeah, it's going to be a time. Anyway, back to this there. So, and Tor being completely rude and insensitive on the passing of Hulk Hogan, not even giving me time to mourn.
Yeah,
I didn't even get a chance to hear it from loved ones.
No,
I got to hear it from Tor,
and then immediate favor asking.
Hey, sorry about Hulk Hogan. Do you have Sam Roberts' phone number?
Right.
Block. Because your boy doing, and he said he's not my boy. What is he doing?
That's crazy.
And then look, and I told him that
he's not my boy.
And those were your words, my friend. I'm not.
I stand by it. I stand by it. That was the asshole move of asshole moves.
Yeah. So and that's why I have not talked to Tor since.
Me neither, E-Rock. We stand in solidarity.
Right.
I'm standing by that request. I'll stand by it.
At all. Look at
you.
I'm going to stand by that. Heat was on. Big pressure in the new city. I was struggling at the time.
Oh, was it earlier in your new
You've been here for about a year.
I was in a
big pressure in the new
city.
I was going to say he wasn't new.
No, he wasn't. I think he's going into year 3 now.
Yeah.
Of being up here.
Yeah, and he was texting you during year 2. Like he'd been there at least a year and a half.
Yeah, and I think I mentioned
because I was still kind of listening actively to Chad's show like more regularly.
Yeah,
when Tor was leaving the area, because he was in the Washington D.C. Virginia,
and he was moving up not far from where I am. Right,
no.
He's closer to the Manhattan than I am currently, but he's moving to where an area I used to live at, and I go. And he's like, okay, I'd like to meet up for lunch or dinner or something like that, and hang out for. Cool. Never heard from him unless he needed something. That was the only time I ever heard from the guy. And I offered to because he's new. He's never been to New York. I said, oh, we'll go out to lunch or I'll take him, show him around, hang out, whatever. And because I've known Tor for years working, and I was working with Chad. He's working with Chad. It was fine. And just pay no mind list, as we used to say on the O&A show.
The shoe fits. It did fit. You know what? I didn't pretend to be overly empathetic about Hulk Hogan, given my relationship. I said, "Hey,
no, it was obvious you were not." Look, I didn't need to be consoled about Hulk Hogan because I was not even awake, right? When all that was going on, I was still kind of just getting up, and I got your text because I heard my phone buzz, and I looked over, and it was from you. The Hulk Hogan thing. That doesn't matter. I didn't need to be consoled or anything. I have no connections with the man. It was just like the demeanor, the bedside manner, if you will, of, hey, sorry about this guy that I know that you really enjoyed everything. Sorry,
he's on your MySpace heroes list.
You have a phone number for somebody more important, and somebody more in the business, more relevant to the subject than you. Yeah. That was like, wow, this could have been worded a hell of a lot better.
Why didn't you ask me? I wouldn't have given a shit, but that's going to be insulting to Erik.
Working in, you know what? I thought there was maybe some producer's code, and I thought that there was maybe like a fraternity there. I was wrong. because what I'm learning, Erok's gonna rat me out and sell me down the river if he wants to, and that's what happens because I didn't know he went right to Dukes. I don't know. The whole
Why wouldn't he?
Whole damn thing, you're like, man. Yeah, Erok's going.
I had to tell him. I said, "This guy's big time now. He's left. He's gone up to Fox Nation. I got no contact with him whatsoever. This is the way he acts now. He acts as if
I'm acting as if I'm on the poverty line, which I am, and I needed to make some job preservation. And then Erik just, I guess, homeowner, lifetime renter, can't get any help. Crazy.
Right. Well, here's the thing. If you want to talk, no, there's no producer's code, but there is producer's etiquette as far as how all of this goes. You do have some kind of, even though it can be sensed as bullshit, because I've dealt with publicists, I've dealt with producers for programs lesser than the ones I was on, more important than the ones I was on. You still go, hey, it's such and such from such and such program. What's going on? I know you would understand currently what's happening right here involving this subject here. Was wondering if you have any contact information for this person. We're looking to do just a little blurb. ChatGPT can do it for you.
Or lie and say, my host watches WWE, is familiar with Sam. Like, lie something about it so it's just good business, Tor. It's not acting like you're the boss. You think you're the boss.
Erik drove me home one time and made fun of my fat thighs.
That's true.
I didn't make fun of your fat thighs. All right. Yeah, that is
I remember that story.
Yeah.
It was like you went to a live event and then you like drove him home. And
no, it was at. Wait, was it one of Chad's live shows or was it from his studio?
I think you were definitely out.
I think it was I think it was one of his studio shows, not the live event thing. So yeah, I gave him and yeah. I don't know what he's shaped like now, but Tor was I don't even know how to describe it. Like
this guy
here's Tor, and then the lower part of Tor.
He's a pear.
Yeah,
he's a 7 foot tall pear.
Yes, that's exactly what he is.
He's got a thinner top and he's got hips and thighs for days. And this guy's a giant. And when I was out there, I got to see it in person as well. And I'm like, this guy's massive. Like he's just big dude.
It's the kind of shape that it would take a zombie a while before they could turn him.
They're eating good.
They're eating good in the neighborhood.
Erik drove me home one time and made fun of my fat thighs.
I didn't make fun of your fat thighs.
Your
thighs lifted my car out of drive.
That means I don't have to give you that.
I remember when that happened.
Dad
talked about it on his show, and I laughed so hard because I could just imagine you're in probably a smaller sedan, nothing like too crazy, no SUV or anything like that. And you're trying to drive and his big fat legs keep hitting the shifter of your car neutral or something.
No. I didn't have a small car. I had
rent?
I have like, it's not like the big giant SUV, but it's like the smaller version of an SUV.
Okay. Yeah.
Thing, right. It was, it's a Ford and everything. Right. So plenty of room inside. Like, it's a fantastic car, like the headroom, everything. There's a lot of room in there. Not for him, but for everybody else. There's a lot. It's very spacious. You can move around freely when the captain turns off the no seatbelt sign. Except for Tor, he's sitting there with the seatbelt extension, both across and the bottom, right? So the part here is that if you didn't hear it, he moved. We were at a light. I was the first car at the light, big intersection. He moved his thigh as the light changed green. I'm in drive.
Right.
I lift up off the brake and I'm going to accelerate. It starts racing and doesn't move. His thigh knocked the car out of drive into neutral.
Put it in neutral and all you hear is just you redlining your engine.
Yeah, and I'm sitting there going like, what the hell's going on? And I look down and I got to smack the thing back into drive because there's other cars going past and I'm cruising into an intersection. So I have to hit it there. And I went, how did that happen? And then I realized his thighs knocked me out of gear. And of course, as you do, you're like, oh, it's fine. No big deal. And the second I dropped him off, I called Dukes.
You're right on the phone with Chad again.
You're not going to believe what just happened here. Because it's like you can't, it's like, how do you even come up with that as a concept to exaggerate? You don't, unless you sat there and pressed the gas pedal. The car's racing with no momentum, and you look down, and his big, what was he wearing?
Was he wearing those
pants with the pockets on it? Khakis.
Yeah.
Like that.
Say, it was either
It's just
khakis
knock
or he
the
was wearing
fucking
his
car out of
flesh-colored
drive.
Watches WWE, is familiar with Sam. Like, lie something about it, so it's just good business, Tor. It's not acting like you're the boss. You think you're the boss.
Erik drove me home one time and made fun of my fat thighs.
That's true.
I didn't make fun of your fat thighs.
Your
thighs lifted my car out of drive.
That means I don't have to give you that.
We were neutral at a red light moving, and I went, why are we moving? Oh, the big fucking thigh meat hit the thing, and the car was coasting on a hilly
big
Virginia
fucking thigh
road.
meat.
Big thigh meat might be the name of the episode.
That wasn't to be an insult. It was just like, that's
a load of hooey. You couldn't wait to get that information.
Easy.
You know the shows that I do.
There might be kids listening to her.
We come from. It's like that is something of note that has to be mentioned. Was it mentioned in a malicious way? No. Was it mentioned in a humorous way? Yes, because whose thigh downshifts a car while you're at a stoplight and shoves it into neutral?
I've seen those thighs at work.
Erik Nagel on Gigantor's hero list got downshifted.
Oh shit! See,
at that time, Erik Nagel was in my top 10. But then I'm like, oh well, I just can't win with him.
Erik, you don't want this. You like being a look for the.
My number 4 on my hero list. Do you have the phone number for number 2 on my hero list?
Oh damn! Oh damn!
Hey Chad, do you have Oscar's phone number?
I mean, that's the same thing,
right?
Yeah,
that's what it would have been. It would have been worse than that, actually. Because not but about the same. No, it would have been like JP Finley. Like if Tor called me asking for JP Finley's name to talk about them losing to the Eagles, that would have been something where it's like, all right, let's handle this with depth. I would have given you the fucking number, but yes, there's a modicum of respect that I think is.
You might have given me the number, but you two cranky old men would have given me shit no matter what happened. All right?
Yeah, it's called What We Do for a Living Tour.
Yeah, it's true. You had dinner and drinks with Nagel after what you did to him?
If we could work on a dinner and drinks night sometime in January, February, I think I'd enjoy that.
Remember when I offered to take you to lunch when I heard you were moving to Hoboken or wherever you were moving? And I said, hey, you're not that far from where I am. We should meet up for lunch. Yeah, we're on year 2 now that I've been ghosted by Tor.
You're on my schedule with him.
I'm trying to maintain space and respect for Erik. You've always had a lot of irons in the fire.
I didn't know I needed 2 years of space. So that's
this is the shit he does. Nagel, he comes home for Christmas. He comes home to visit his family. Doesn't text. Doesn't say, "Hey, you want to grab a fucking cup of Joe?" Whatever the fuck it is. It just
the last time I called Erik, it sounded like there was a hurricane in his house, and I'm like, you know what? That seems like it's more pressing than what I got going.
We think we're older and we creep you out, and I know that, and Erik doesn't know that, and that's unfortunately the way that
he looks older than us. Sorry,
I know.
I take Erik to my date spot in Hoboken. That's how proud I am.
Wow,
being seen with
Erik. That upscale place.
No, we're going to beer mod together. We'll get a couple nice drinks. We'll get some nice crispy tuna sticks. It'll be a good time.
Jesus Christ.
That all sounds disgusting.
Nobody hates American culture
doesn't know you at all.
No, not at all.
Crispy
much
tunas?
like my is he my family?
Yeah, what is he at a family affair for you?
I know. Yeah, it's like we can get some. We could get a bowl of edamame to share. Our hands may touch. No, that upscale place.
No, we're going to beer mod together. We'll get a couple nice drinks. We'll get some nice crispy tuna sticks. It'll be a good time.
Jesus Christ.
That all sounds disgusting.
Nobody hates American culture more than Sean Anderson.
Whoa, come on.
Doxed. It's Erik Nagel everywhere you get your podcasts, and I would watch on YouTube. That's the best way to do it.
All right, there you go. But
that is so funny. I actually love the fact that he was able to shift you into neutral with his big thighs and not notice he did it.
I didn't notice he did it. You thought I would have.
Yeah, but he felt it happen. Like if you're at a red light and you're got foot on the brake, you're not going to feel the car do much. His thigh physically moved something, and it didn't register with him until you were just trying to burn your engine out in neutral.
His lower portion of his body looks like those really good cheerleaders that were like college level cheerleaders, and then they've been out of it for 7 years. They still have that bottom heavy thickness.
Yeah,
because that's how they built themselves to handle the pyramid or whatever they were doing. He had that without any of the athletic skill that went from earning that stuff, and just it's shifting the car out of. Imagine we were driving, like I was accelerating from the light.
I've had that happen.
Or if it hit so much that it slid into reverse and the the fucking transmission blew up, the car jolted.
So funny.
He could have killed me.
I forgot completely about that story, and it just made me funny. It made me laugh hearing it from your side now, because I heard Chad tell about it on his show when it happened, like right after it happened. So that's so funny.
Oh,
because I completely forgot, but I remember it like it happened yesterday. Good for you. Good for you for holding on to that just for the right moment. Because again, this was, months ago.
Yeah.
So funny.
Well, you learn, sometimes you have stuff and you go, well, I could do something with now. Is it going to have that big of an impact now? I'd rather just sit on it when the time reveals itself. It's worth doing. Look at Todd Pettingill. That was, when did I work there? 20 years, almost 20
years.
Oh my God, 20 years ago since I was at PLJ. And then what happened in the year 10, 12, 19, all that stuff? It's just been nonstop for him. And it's like, how does he have all that? Yeah, well, you sit on stuff and you wait and you wait. You remember how you were a dick then? You have a lifetime of nonsense. You could say karma, or you can just say calculated planning. But here,
know when to hold them, know when to fold them. I
want to show you something real quick. A couple quick little videos, then we're going to take a break, kind of to cleanse the palate from all of that stuff. So a station in our New York cluster here, Z100, right?
Okay.
The premier top 40 station in the United States. A lot of stations have been modeled around this radio station, whether they're within the company or not. There's a girl on in the afternoon, and I'm forgetting her name. I feel bad. She's gonna feel worse when I show this clip, but she's on in the afternoon. Her name is here it is, Crystal Rosas.
Okay.
Crystal Rosas, Italian woman. And oh shit, you're right. Sorry, Jester, you're wrong. 30 years ago.
Oh my God.
God damn. Yeah, I was 18 when I started at PLJ. Wow, I was so wrong. It was 30 years ago.
No, that's 20. 2006.
We're getting old. All right. Anyway, Z100, top 40 station here in New York City, the epitome of top 40 and pop radio in this industry. Afternoon host Crystal Rosas puts out these videos, and she's, very millennial, Gen Z appealing for the station and for what she does on social media and online, what have you. And she talks a lot about things that normally like you and I would care not about.
Right.
And that's fine. We're not the audience for it. So I'm not, giving her a hard time for the content she's putting out there. But while she's doing said content, I can't describe it. Let me just show you what happens here. And you tell me if you notice anything weird with all of this, okay?
Could I be petty? So there's this person that I work with, right? And every single time they send me an email.
You missed it. You weren't looking at it.
She was looking at her hand in her crotch or something?
No. Watch. Here we go again.
Should I be petty? So there's this person that I work with, right? And
okay. It doesn't matter what she says in the rest of this video here. Look at that water bottle. Okay?
What the actual fuck?
Look how this video starts. It looks like she's peeing into the water bottle.
Right.
Now, this is a move a guy would do, where if you're in a car or if you're at the side of the road or something, you're peeing into a water bottle, you tie it up. A responsible, non-savage human being would throw it away, but most people are chucking it into the woods or on the side of a highway. You've seen piss bottles in the parking lots at concerts, sporting events. Everybody's gross.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
But look at this.
Should I be petty? So there's this person that I work with.
It looks like they just turned the camera on and she was in the middle. Like she couldn't get out of her shift to go to the bathroom. She had the bottle shoved up in there, peed, and then tied it off. Like she thought she had to go more than she did. But she only has a little piddle in the bottom there.
Oh, so
now in reality, it's probably some kind of Herbalife mix-in or Liquid Death or something. Liquid IV, something along those lines. A Crystal Light. It could be any of those things. But it does not matter what she's doing in the rest of this video, because I saw this video and that's all I was fixated on. I watched this dozens of times. I can't even tell you what the rest of the content is in the video. The fact that she has it right there, she's readjusting while tightening up the bottle, puts it off to the side view of the camera. It's not even off camera. It's front and center, but to the side. Are you listening to her? Or are you staring at the piss bottle that's right there?
I'm not listening at all. Like, I'm wondering what the hell she just did.
Right.
Oh, so gross.
Here it is again.
Should I be petty? So there's this person that I work with, right?
That's all I'm staring at.
She's manhandling the bottle. It looks like she's been squeezing it a lot.
Did she pee in the bottle while doing her shift and just casually put it on the console, which, by the way, no drinks in the studio. Put it right by the console.
Especially near the console.
Yeah.
Mm.
See,
well, maybe it's not a drink.
Dirtbag Circus said incredibly dehydrated urine, or it could be like she just had a multivitamin that morning, and when your body doesn't absorb anything, so it's like that highlighter yellow.
Oh, so gross. What does Chip have to say about Woodpit's comment?
Tang. That's a space drink from the era of the 60s when we were reaching new heights in technological development thanks to the space program funded by NASA and the United States government.
Yeah, but look where the bottle was.
In a cooler.
Aha.
Fucking dirty girl.
Should I be petty? So there's this person that I work with, right?
God, like, it's like I'm doing the show and I'm like, anyway. It's like, what? I didn't have much in there.
Yeah, but it's just a way. It's a weird way to start the video. It's a disturbing visualization.
Because back it up. What was the hand motion she was doing?
It probably she's tightening the cap. I don't know why she's doing it under the console. Like if she started like this.
I mean, if she's got a drink and she's
doing like
tightening the cap under the console, it makes sense so she doesn't get it on any liquid. But like, why do you still have it? And why? What are you doing?
I don't know.
And this is your palate cleanser?
Crystal,
Gross.
we'd love to have you if you want to come on the show. We'd
Why'd
love
you
to have you to talk about
this
this.
in a bottle? You're not on a road trip.
Yeah, it just looks like she peed in a bottle in the station because she couldn't get out in time because she didn't have enough of a break or something.
Should I be petty? So there's this person that I work with, right?
But the way she's doing, like, it's like she was like doing money or something. Like, what? That's not screwing a lid on. Like
I mean, look at whatever this coverall that she has here. She's obviously in comfy wear, right?
Sure.
So she's either wearing like sweatpants or pajama pants or something, and she's not
easy access. I get it.
Pretty dressed up here. So so she's probably dropping the waistline back up so it snaps into place, finishing the bottle, put it off to the side. I know it's a drink, but it looks like she peed in the bottle, and I just found that weird. Biggest station in the United States, and they're peeing in bottles during their radio shift.
Like, let them take a break.
Yeah,
it's so weird. And she never addresses it. Like she just doesn't even like. It's just, I don't know. It's weird.
Go and find her social media. Go and ask her why. L.A. Crystal Rosas on Instagram there, and just say, "Are you peeing in the bottle? What's going on?" Because I think if you find her post, I think I commented on that. I'm like, "Were you just peeing in the bottle?" She didn't write me back. But
seriously, what's in the bottle?
Yeah.
Gross.
Yeah, very gross. So, all right, we have that. I don't know what she said in the rest of the video. It wasn't important.
None of it matters anymore. Like, there's nothing that matters any more than that.
And we're going to end this segment here. I want to show you something that we haven't done in a while. We've actually have been ignoring it for the last few weeks. But I got to tell you something. We have an abundance of one of our favorite segments on the show.
Oh, no.
I believe in Joe Hendry.
I'll be the new #1 contender.
and I be getting ready to tear up his head off for New Year's Eve.
And what do you want me to do about that?
Give me Joe Hendry.
Say his name and he appears.
He just comes out of the nowhere.
I know what I'm doing.
Joe Hendry.
Have you been in my office the whole time?
Lads, why the long faces? I mean, come on. 'Tis the season to be merry.
Yeah. Just
Go back. I want to see him just pop out again. He just comes out.
And what do you want me to do about that?
Give me Joe Hendry.
Hold on.
Say his name and he appears. I believe
know what I'm doing.
in Joe Hendry.
Have you been in my office the whole time?
Yeah. So
Big red tower knows.
Yep, he knows. But it's not just that. There's also this.
His name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. Oh!
Like he was hanging out with them and they didn't even notice he was there.
He just shows up.
Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. Oh!
Oh, that's
like,
so
calm
good.
down.
Like, everyone's looking up like, where's he gonna come from?
It's like you're overdoing it.
I was there the whole time.
But because we are big Joe Hendry super fans, number one,
We are.
Joe Hendry had a new crowning achievement in his career. Now you would have thought being the TNA world champion was, going to be the height of his career. No,
Pretty special.
Showing up as the TNA champion for the Royal Rumble, another company's champion showing up for a WWE event of that.
And to get a pop the way he got a pop.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Running in there for the Royal Rumble, unheard of.
Yeah.
So you may think that was the height. No. Then he showed up at WrestleMania, the surprise opponent for Randy Orton. 80,000 people screaming their fucking heads off that Joe Hendry showed up with the title to wrestle Randy Orton. Not even that.
Nope.
Everywhere down the road, he keeps hitting new heights in this industry. Here's another one for you, Jordan.
Trying to pull! Oh, wait a minute. Trying to pull! Joe Hendry now. Changing. He's stretching. Oh, tug of war for glory. Oh, back one more time. No. Ricky got hit with the title. Yes! Yes! Yes!
You're new.
That's awesome.
And the new NXT champion.
Good for him.
Yeah. Fantastic. So he's
That's
now
awesome.
the NXT world champion. And it's just he's on the fast track to showing up on the main roster. And I wouldn't put it past that. Maybe next year's WrestleMania, he's on the card for, say, like the Intercontinental Championship or the U.S. title or something.
I can see it.
So
that'd be cool.
For some out there thinking like I don't get this gimmick or it's whatever. No, it's incredibly simple and amazingly executed. It's dumb in the right way of being dumb. So. I know you being a super fan, Joe Hendry, that you would appreciate all of that.
Subdivision saying, I'm waiting for him to just pop out of Jordan's closet. Look, if I'm going to choose a sleep paralysis demon, it's going to be Joe Hendry just showing up and his music playing. I'll just be laying there going.
Jordan would be laying on the bed like Ray in Ghostbusters, and Joe Hendry is just levitating down and then disappears. You just see Jordan's eyes go
pants
cross.
opening up.
It's like, all right, Jordan. It's like you really got to get over this obsession with Joe Hendry. All right, we do need to take a break. When we come back, we've got a lot to talk about. So much shit happened with Xbox in the last week that I don't know if they're long for this world. I actually watched the movie, so we have that to talk about. Television, movie, streaming updates, all of those fun things when we come back.
More, it's Erik Nagel. It's Erik Nagel. Next.